Everybody's bringing it tonight. Inside the walls of Studio B, we ride, get right, all roads lead here. Studio B. All roads lead here.
Jody, we live?
Yes, we're live.
I was just about to ask you if you were live, but you're ahead of me today.
Yeah, we are live.
You're on the ball, bro.
Yes.
He is.
Jody Jo Productions. Thanks for being here, brother. You've been busy.
Yeah, I've been very busy. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Super busy. And we're going to share some of that later in the show.
Yep.
But my co-host today, Mr. David Sousa. And unless you live under a rock, you got to know, Florian, Josh Hetzler in the house. Firefighter by day, storyteller by night. My man, welcome to the show. I appreciate it. This is so quick. Listen, Jody Jo, credit on this one. He put this whole thing together. We were having a conversation. We had Loco in the show, and your name came up, local rappers. And, bro, if you don't know, the show's all about the progression, bro. It's all about the progress. It's all about, struggle to success. It's telling the story, sharing our experience here, right? Nothing more than the city of Fall River, right? And born and raised, right in the 80s, bro. We were right there together, drinking from the same garden hose, I'm sure. Whereabouts did you grow up?
Early on, the Flint.
Oh,
right?
the Flint.
Elementary school in the Flint, went to Duval School.
All right.
Which, if you watch that video growing up, we started in the Flint, and I did that on purpose. And then middle school, I was living downtown, went to Cuss.
Oh, okay, Cuss.
Right, and then Diamond, I still lived downtown. And eventually I moved in with my dad at the end of high school on Hyson Street.
So you've been in the city
my whole life, born and raised.
Whole life, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so you feel it, bro. You feel it. So you would know, right? Like, growing up when we were young and what we experienced going to the park and having friends and everything else. And now you kind of look around and it's kind of fading away,
You don't
man.
see
Like,
that.
you don't really
Have you
see
seen
that
those
anymore.
videos that have popped up on Instagram? Those nostalgic videos. It's all AI now, and it brings you back in time to
Oh, yeah. Hey, remember when? Hey, remember when? Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember,
and you see, and you're walking through, you see the TV, you see what's on the TV, you see, and it's all these moments that you think about. You're like, holy crap, dude, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's not like that. These kids, it's a whole different
It
world.
is, dude, and there's a lot to talk about today, dude. So before I get too far from it, Troy City Mortgage, David Pereira, our homie over there. Give Dave a call, 508-207-5864, the official mortgage provider of the Bobby Couto Show. And on Instagram, Dave does mortgages. He's fun on Instagram.
Dave does mortgages.
Yeah. He's doing great things.
Yeah,
I love
he
Dave.
is. Yeah.
Dave's doing amazing things. He's out on Pleasant Street, 177 Pleasant Street in Fall River. And you've been busy.
I have.
Crazy weekend.
Every day's crazy.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah,
day's
but you work all weekend. And I don't think people understand,
Yeah.
What it takes to be an entrepreneur. Because everybody romanticizes.
Yeah.
I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to do this.
Yeah.
But they don't realize Monday, Tuesday, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as a day
There's
off.
no such thing. It's
You
like,
can have a physical day off, but your brain, it's not off. It's not. You can't shut it off. It's impossible. You can't. There's no way. The moment you do that, it almost like everything falls apart. In the West, at least that's what we feel.
yeah, but do you wonder sometimes if you get so far away from the
Oh,
best years of your
100%.
life, dude?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because this is it.
This is it.
Like, you're at the best years of your life, bro.
This is it.
You know what I mean? Like, you're pumping it all cylinders. You know what I mean?
That's it. I'm go.
There's
at
no
this
gasket leak fix on
No,
you, bro.
I'm
right?
hoping not.
Not
What's
yet.
your business? What do you got?
point. I'm a painter. I own a painting business.
Your shirt?
Yeah, my shirt.
Pinnacle.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
Pinnacle. Yeah.
What's the name of the business, bro?
Yeah, Pinnacle
Perfect
Painting. Yeah,
opportunity.
Pinnacle Painting. Yeah, we're based out of Fall River, right?
Yeah.
So we serve all the surrounding cities. I mean, we'll go far, but not too far. It's gonna make sense. But yeah, very, very busy.
Well, your phone number. How do they call you? I know you're on the screen. But
Yeah.
I just-
774-322-3427.
Oh, I think your number's wrong on there. I put it wrong.
oh,
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Don't do that.
I'm just messing because you're high. I love it. Dude, you were talking to the mural guy outside. That's hilarious.
Dude, that was hilarious, bro.
That's so funny.
I didn't stop him, but I did say hi to him on the way.
Yeah.
We were walking up.
What other murals has he done, JoJo? Oh, yeah.
All right, so I haven't seen any murals that he's done, but I've heard that he's done a lot of work in the city.
He's not the one who did the Bernardo one, is he?
Oh yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't think he did the Bernardo one. If don't quote me
you
on
gotta
that.
check out the
Like I
work.
said, I got my
But
murals
he
crossed.
was at
I got my
Marcel.
murals crossed.
He was at Marcel Riley's fundraiser for autism, and he did the face painting over there, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, his work was amazing. I mean, you're talking about a very textured surface and his lines. And I'm a painter, right?
Yeah.
And his lines, I mean, it's a whole different type of painting, right? Clearly,
Sure,
he's an
sure,
artist.
sure.
His lines are so sharp. He said it's, and I asked him, so how did you do that? He goes, it's measurements.
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 I think he had a projector out there, dude.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like-
no,
he's
no.
like-
Well, if you look at it, it could have been, but he has all these orange lines, and he's following those lines. He's creating. There's a start into a finish. And so like it's bizarre how he does
It looks really nice.
He goes, everything's all measured.
It's the gates of the city.
Yeah. It's the gates of the city and the Braga Bridge.
And the Braga Bridge.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be blue or green.
It's blue.
It should be green.
Why?
Old school.
Old school. Dude, remember that? That's what it was.
I know.
I green.
I never liked that.
You didn't like the green?
I didn't like the green.
The green to me represent, because my mom worked in the textile, so
Yeah.
she was down there sewing.
Yeah.
I remember always having vision of it and being in the. Remember the
It just
smell?
looked- it just
like you'd go in those
old.
places, you could smell the oil on the floor, like it was
Yeah.
just saturated. Right, walking in those mills. You know, man, you're a firefighter, brother. You probably go in
They
there
still
often.
smell like
You
oil,
still go
yeah.
in there. You get that oil in there, bro. It's just baked in there. I remember as a child, I used to get out of school. My mom worked 2 jobs. I would go and the guy would give me $5, and I would push. You know those big carts?
Yeah.
I would push the thing back, and they'd fill it with fabric, and I went dragging it down the thing. The guy would give me $5 for the night, but that was okay back then. Now,
Yeah, now you can do that.
that's a lawsuit.
That's a
Yeah,
lawsuit.
waiting to happen.
That's probably why my knees all jacked up.
It's so bizarre because I remember my dad taking me to his workplace, and it was like now you could never take a kid through the facility. It's they won't do it. Safety hats. Back then when I was a kid, safety what? I mean, they had safety hats. That's all they had. But these machines that will suck you in and wrap
Oh,
your
yeah,
body
so you're gone.
in the mixer.
Gone. Yeah, no, there's no HIPAA.
there's
There's no OSHA.
There's no OSHA. Like you're
Yeah,
dead.
there's no OSHA.
You are done.
Yeah, you're done.
And
quick.
so like
Super quick.
now you would never think to bring your kid through a facility that has any kind of moving parts.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, I was there all the time.
Yeah.
And they knew me. They knew, oh, little Dave, little Dave. It's gone. That era is completely gone. And it'll never come back.
No, but you know what though? I'm glad that I got to live through it. Like I don't
Yeah.
look at it like, oh,
Yeah.
too bad. I'm like really
Well, I
grateful
would have liked the next
that I
generation to
experienced
experience
it. You know what I mean?
it as well.
Yeah.
I just feel like the things that were so important to us that made our childhood so good
Yeah.
is completely gone. It's
Yeah.
been
I
a
agree.
complete distraction.
But you know what though?
Yeah.
We invest in the things that we love most, right? And so
Yeah.
perfect case here, Josh, is what you do, brother, right? So you rap, you sing, you tell a story, you play, right? You're a
I like to play
musician.
guitar,
You're a musician. So all of these things come, but they come after your service, bro, right? So we're a lot alike. You know, I also work a full-time job during the day, and then my second job is the studio and creating and having this amazing opportunity to sit down and talk to people like you. And so I appreciate the hustle, man, and I appreciate what you're doing because not only are you doing it, but it's easy. I will say this, and this is no hate towards anybody. Anybody can do this. Anybody can get a microphone. Anybody can sit down in front of a laptop. And with today's technology, brother, you don't need much. You could say anything into a microphone and make it sound good on the other end.
Yeah, you can buy everything from Amazon.
But Josh, I got to tell you, brother, Florian, like I appreciate what you're creating, man. Like it touches me. Like it sounds amazing. Like whoever's doing your mixing and like your editing, they're doing an amazing job. Like who is that? It's like shout out
JP Dirty River.
All right, shout out
Jared
JP. Like,
Pereira.
that's amazing,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
He's
awesome.
doing an amazing job, bro. It sounds amazing, and I can totally relate with it. I'm like, wow, and I almost feel embarrassed, bro, that I didn't know about you before we had this conversation. You know what I mean? It's like the craziest thing in the world.
There's beautiful music everywhere, right? And none of us got a chance to hear it all, right?
Yeah.
There's people, like you just said,
Hey,
in
you
your
know,
own town,
you're
your own
100%
city.
right about that. Think about the music we've never heard and it will never hear.
No, right.
But it could be something amazing.
Just as good as a mainstream song that you've heard before.
Legit, man.
Then
Legit.
it's
Yeah.
never going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I don't have any, like, listen, it would be great, right? Somebody loves my song all of a sudden, it goes viral or something, but the chances are very slim. And in this, I still think it's good music. I
Absolutely,
think
bro.
it's a good song,
Absolutely,
right? It
bro.
relates to us. It's Fall River based. Some of the stories
100%,
I'm
man.
telling.
100%. Yeah.
But other people, whatever.
But it's part of the journey, bro.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what? And I always say
sure.
this: you tap into the frequency, right? So I do the show, right? When I do this show, I'm tapping into the frequency. I always said to myself, I don't really care if anybody listens. Like if one person hears me and I can help that one person, then win.
Yeah.
Right? Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. It's tapping into the journey. The fact that you're even here, Josh, something happened, right? The connection happened.
Right.
Jody is here, and I just met Jody, 2 years ago, and this connection, and I got to tell you,
I literally met you this past summer.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
And we're creating, and there's been so many people that have come and gone from the studio now that have changed my life forever, Josh. And you're one of these people, man. And I can appreciate all the hard work. I know what it takes, man. You know, and when you're doing this on your own, of course, there's always support. But when you do it on your own, because nobody loves us the way you do.
No.
Right? Nobody's going to love
Nobody.
your baby the way you do. And you manage to do your service during the day, man. You provide service to this great city. Which is a hard thing to do, bro. You know what I mean? You risk your life for other people. That's a very noble thing to do. I know. I don't want to.
Yeah, I love helping people. So that's what
right.
drew me
So
into it, right.
it's the duty. Like to you, it's no big deal. It's I do this every day because I run to the noise, not away from the noise. You know what I mean? And then when you turn around, you take it to pen to paper,
Yeah.
and you write it down, bro. Like I feel connected. Look, once he told me, of course, I go and I troll you, bro. I go on your YouTube, which is awesome. YouTube is way much better than mine. Mine sucks. Yours is fantastic. The way,
I would
no
disagree.
joke.
I like yours a
Dude,
lot better.
you're
More
all,
videos.
dude,
on
you're
this.
all laid out, dude. Everything with you was laid out. Like I had no problem. Just I hit shuffle, dude, and I just let it play. And I was jamming you in my apartment, and I was loving it, bro. So shout out to you, dude. I don't want to sound like I'm blowing smoke here, but ladies and gentlemen, you have to go check it out. So if people want to go listen to you right now, how do they do it?
So you know, it's tough to brand yourself, right?
Sure.
And find that keyword everyone to look for. So I found Florian_raps. If you type that in a web browser, you're gonna find me.
Awesome.
We're gonna find something.
All right. So and then Florian. So say to myself, well, what is Florian? What would that come from, right? And I'm like, I gotta ask him, right? So there is actually a special story behind that. Would you mind sharing that with the audience, please?
So if you know, obviously I'm a firefighter.
Yeah.
The patron saint of firefighting is Saint Florian, right? And that's the story, right? So
Gotcha.
here I am now. I'm going to put out some rap songs, and I'm already a firefighter. And I'm like, these guys, to be honest, right? They're probably going to ride me, right?
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
This is going to happen, right? They're going to be like, who's this guy, right? So I'm like, how do I'm not going to pick a name, right? I got to pick a name that they can't use against me. And I'm like, well, I'm going to figure this out. So, and then it dawned on me. I'm like, I'm going to go Florian. That's it, right? And I can't go Saint Florian because I'm not a saint. You know what I mean? I'm just a man. You know,
100%.
I'm all over the place,
Amen.
like any other man.
Yeah.
But Florian. And I'm like, that sounds good. Plus, it got the word flow in it. I'm like, this is going to be
Actually,
all right.
I like that.
Yeah,
Right.
I like it.
Right.
Pretty
So,
cool, man.
So that's how that came about.
So rap, like where do you transition from rap? Because you're a musician, right? So you've been doing music for a long time, right?
So yes and no. So I'm not really a musician, right? I can play a number of guitar chords, strum a song together, which you've seen some videos, so you know that I can get through. Like right now, I pick up a guitar, we can play a song, I'll sing a song, and it's okay. You know what I mean? And some people might be entertained by it. By no means am I professional. I'm not no master guitar player. I'm not soloing or anything.
Right.
But I can play chords and I can
Excellent.
entertain a small crowd easily.
Yeah.
Listening to music my whole life. Obviously, you grow up like the same way. Well, you guys did.
Just real quick, where did you learn that? Where did you learn to play the guitar?
Self-taught, but like wicked early. So like, I'm in middle school, E, C, A, D, easy chords.
Just because of music, because you love music?
Just because I love music.
Okay.
And honestly, I've gone through phases where certain music means more to me than others. So like it started off listening, as I was going to go there, listening to whatever your mom and dad are listening to as you're driving around. So like I'm growing up in the 80s, I'm listening to whatever they're listening to. My mom's got the girl songs going, my father's got the rock and roll and some little bit of hip hop going.
Yeah.
And that's when music that's part of me, right?
Yeah, right.
My dad likes to rap. Like not rap like I rap, but like old school. Like he makes all the time. He's always got something to say. He'll just make up just a little rap. Whether it's 4 bars or something.
It's
He'll
interesting
just
when you
drop
say
it.
that because you're thinking like some old man, doing some rap. But like you have to understand, how old was he in the 80s?
Right. 30, right? 40,
It's right up his era. It's his era.
Yeah.
Rap was up and coming. It was popular, and that was the era. That was the decade. He was young enough to get into that kind of stuff. So when you think of it now, how old your dad now?
My dad now, 58. Yeah, he's almost 70, right?
And he's rapping.
but
I mean, that's
he-
pretty cool.
You're not 58.
No, my dad.
Oh, I was going to say,
Yeah,
man.
I'm 44.
I'm like, all
So,
right.
when
like,
I
you
say
look
he
at
raps-
20, bro.
78 the year he
I'm
was
like,
born.
you look like you're 20 years old.
But he never actually listened. Like I never heard my dad listen to rap. He's like listens to rock, but he likes to like. But if you know, there's a lot of similarities in music, right? A lot of this is a lot of rhyming schemes.
It really is.
to
It really
make
is.
lyrics. So my dad always did that, and
Oh, dude, even the Run DMC and Aerosmith era, like that whole mix
That
right
was a
there.
great era. That was
Well, that
just
was
the whole
big.
decade.
That was
The
big.
whole decade was amazing.
That was big, dude.
It was an
When they
amazing decade.
Right. So that's some of the music story. And it
Sure,
just
sure.
progresses and it starts off. And, I had long hair in middle school. I had hair down on my back wearing a Metallica shirt, you know what I mean? Flannel, right? I had that whole alternative vibe going.
Yeah, so you've been
back
through
in the day.
some stages, right?
Yeah. Multiple stages in life.
Sure. He's a rockhead.
He's
I
trying
was.
to
That's
rock. He's trying
exactly
to
what
find
I
a
was.
way.
I was a rockhead, right? I used to have to run home from school. Kids didn't like me. Rockhead.
Rockhead.
That's exactly what it was. That's
Is
so
that
funny.
like what, like the hairband era? That
Yeah,
kind of
he
music?
said
That
flannel,
was the
dude. You said
alternative.
flannel.
That was the grunge era,
Yeah,
right? That was
yeah,
the
the grunge era.
Nirvana,
That was it.
Pearl
I was just saying,
Jam,
yeah, exactly.
AC/DC,
Yes.
Stone Temple Pilots, right?
Yes.
Like,
Amazing.
I meant, anyway,
Dude, some of the
I
greatest,
skipped that.
dude.
I said the wrong band.
Scott Weiland, dude.
That's
right?
Dude. Alice in Chains.
You know, it's so crazy. I'm pulling up like my Spotify recently, and I'm hearing some songs. I'm like, oh man, I haven't heard that. It was Smashing Pumpkins. I haven't heard them in years. Like, firstly, it just fades out with all this new music that comes out.
Smashing Pumpkins is fire as fuck.
I went on a crazy music.
Chris
like,
Cornell.
in one
You know what I
day.
mean? Like just
Unbelievable.
right, just
Amazing music.
unbelievable music.
Amazing
That
Yeah, that we're going with Soundgarden. You said Chris Cornell, right?
Soundgarden, dude, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Then Audio Slave.
Audio Slave.
Wow.
Crazy, dude.
That's my favorite album to listen to when I'm working out.
Yeah.
Really? Slave. Just the album. Just let that album go.
Dude, it's one of the greatest. Yeah, it's one of the greatest albums. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that was so.
And you didn't even know it.
Not to bury
We
this,
didn't even
but,
know it.
But dude, they don't make music anymore.
No, they
like no
don't.
one's really making music
Well,
anymore.
now
Like,
AI.
like where's the band? Like who's playing instruments? You know what I mean? Like
Nobody.
where are the musicians? You
Well,
know?
look at the transition. Like, let's take. Have you guys watched? Like, I didn't really get into it. Like, my girl does, right? The Met Gala. Have you seen it? Like the pictures from it? Like,
Dude, you know what, bro?
You
Like,
see how, you see how entertainment has progressed so differently. Where when we were kids, we never saw an event like that.
Is that entertainment though?
But that's today's entertainment. That's where it's shifted. So like, it's not. It's
Bad
not,
Bunny
it's not
showed
about,
up like an old man.
Like an old man. It's not the instrument that you're playing anymore,
Yeah.
right? That makes you good. It's all persona. It's what you can
That's
sell.
true.
The
That's
reaction
fair.
you
Yeah,
can
that's
get.
fair.
It's what you can sell.
That's fair.
That's why we see a bad group of actors. Name me like one great singer of today. Like there's a bunch from the 80s and 90s that we can, off the top of our head, legends, right?
Sure.
What legends live today?
You know, people would argue
Modern
that and
music.
be like Lady Gaga, and they would say like Carrie Underwood. They would say, you know,
Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. Yeah, there are a couple, man.
I'm saying.
There are a couple,
It's-
but I get it. I know what you're saying.
It's just
The
different.
majority,
It's shifted. It's
the
shifted.
majority is all persona. It's all
Yeah,
about who
yeah,
you are
yeah.
and who you perceive to
If
be.
we can sell this character,
Yeah, I agree with that. That's fair.
if we can sell.
Yeah, what's marketable?
You have to be
What's
marketable.
marketable?
Yeah. If you're not marketable,
But you know what?
talent is not
too
marketable.
long ago,
anymore.
it was Justin Timberlake. It was Britney Spears. It was right. It was Eminem. It was like what
Remember,
was
these
more-
were just singers. They weren't playing any instruments. The ones
Right.
that actually played instruments really didn't get that far.
But you look at somebody like Eminem, dude,
Which is wild to me.
self-made, and all his stuff was his own, right? So,
Correct.
and then how easy it was to market him, Dre, to market him, dude. Dude? He was almost like he was the anti-hero, right? Because if you were listening to, if you were listening to grunge, he was that gateway into.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, listen, dude, don't fuck with me because I'll throw you in my trunk and we'll drive off a bridge into like. So that's that. To hear that, right? No, really, no joke. To hear that, right? That was shocking, right? That was,
was.
We were like, what did he just say? Right? Dear Stan, right? Dude, when we heard that,
Great.
and
That's a
if
great
you
song.
remember, the government was all over that.
Yeah.
Like censorship. That was the beginning. Dick Cheney. That was the beginning of the right.
Well, it started even earlier than that with
Yes,
NWA.
yes.
You really want to go back.
100%,
Right.
absolutely. But then it became.
But there's certain characters that it's almost brought back to light, like almost like the lens, the spotlight's back on it again.
Yeah.
In this scenario, I think Eminem brought it back. Like I think there's certain characters that bring those moments back, and you're like, wow, this is fucked up.
And
this
you know
is
what?
fucked up
And
shit.
it doesn't matter how you feel about him now, but you talk about trend setting and changing the
he's done so much.
trajectory of the music industry. Dude, there were a lot of kids that probably wouldn't have been exposed to that kind of music without Eminem, right?
I mean,
without D12, right? Like,
Yeah.
without, you know what I mean? The hardcore. Like, you know what? How about this one? Too Short, right?
Yeah.
How about Eric B, right? How about
Rakim.
right?
Yeah.
Like Slick Rick. Like these are
a lot of people
the
that have
pillars.
fallen off that you forget.
Absolutely.
People forget
man.
about
Rakim,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're into music in that way,
Right.
you know who's who. But to the common person, those people are just gone. They're
Believe it or not, I actually don't know like every rapper, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I know Rakim, obviously, but
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
I got into rap, it was like the Dr. Dre era,
Oh my
right?
God,
That's when
yeah.
it first
It
started.
was-
Not even. I kind of skipped NWA,
the
Chronic.
goats.
and
These
I
are the
found
goats.
Dre and
Chronic.
Snoop, and I like the West Coast stuff a lot more than I like the East Coast stuff.
Okay,
right?
all
So I
right,
had,
all right.
I had Biggie.
Yeah, it was Biggie.
Right,
Yeah,
and
right.
then that was obviously
Biggie
good.
was Biggie.
But like
Biggie
Pac
was his own
and Biggie,
category.
I was more into pop, but obviously I still like Biggie, right? They're just
Sure.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right.
funny you say that because for me, I feel like I was for years. I was Tupac was the best,
Right.
and I don't know why. Maybe because he came beforehand. Maybe Biggie, so I already was. He was like Michael Jordan. He can't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Is that make sense?
Yeah, it
like
does.
LeBron. Who's
Yeah.
LeBron? Like, get out of here with that stuff. That's kind of how it felt. He was already the GOAT already, or at least getting there
Yes, but do you
before
think-
Biggie came. But as I got older and I see the skill level,
Yeah.
you can't sleep on Biggie.
No, not
No,
at
you
all.
can't.
As a lyricist, you can't sleep on him.
But there was also persona, right? There was ego. He carried ego,
Yeah.
persona.
No, there was
well,
all-
they were both able to sell.
He was, hey,
themselves.
listen, it doesn't matter what I look like.
Yeah.
I have the power.
Yeah.
I can do what I want,
Yeah.
and this is how I do it. You don't have to
Yeah.
like me. And people love that. I
They-
think
yeah.
people were drawn to that.
Yeah, he was
you go
unapologetic.
into a club, dude, and you hear Biggie come on.
Everybody, to this day.
To this day, if you're sitting, dude, you're dead. You're not
Stupid.
alive.
You're stupid.
You're stupid. Go home. I don't like
Get
you.
outta here.
Go
Get
home.
outta
Get
here.
out of
Go
here.
home.
Who's
It's
that?
the truth.
This
It's
guy's
the
a narc. This guy's a narc, right? That's a narc right
know,
there. I know
right?
a narc when I see
And
one.
everybody's up because I'm like, I'm 44. I'm getting up. right?
Absolutely, man.
I-
100%. Yeah,
If
100%.
you know the song, again,
Dude, who
Biggie,
knew?
Biggie
Who
had
knew?
that power.
I mean, we got a little bit in between us, but not that much, dude. Who knew that Puff Daddy, that he was going to be the one, dude? Like, I know now it's kind of like old news, but dude, imagine
the funny
at the
thing
time,
is that
Tupac gets
yeah.
shot, Biggie gets shot, they die, and we're like, oh my God, who did this? It's gang related. And then at the end of the day, dude, it was the person closest to him, dude.
What doesn't that make sense?
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
It would make sense,
right?
If you look back on, you see the history of the whole thing.
Dude, you couldn't write that.
You couldn't. It's a movie. It's something so crazy because everything was done methodical. Like Puffy, you see the progression of Puffy where he where he started and where he ended.
It's like what you said earlier.
So crazy.
You said it earlier. You're like, dude, I went to the store. And it was like I was living in a movie.
I felt like I was living in a movie, bro. I was a little high. I'm not gonna lie. I was at my peak.
Right, but that's what it is, dude. These people live in like a movie. They don't. Reality doesn't exist, dude.
Right.
Sean Combs thought he was untouchable.
Yeah, untouchable.
Dude, the guy had a key to New York City.
Yes, he did.
Like he had a key. They gave him a key.
Can you imagine?
Dude, ego the size of the Empire State Building.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think that could happen to anyone?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, the right person. The
100%.
The right.
Meaning that if anybody were to have the success that he had, would end up like him.
You know what, dude?
Think about it. People, we're creatures of like we want the next, we want better. We're always striving to want more and more and more. Or what's next? What's next?
Yes.
So at some point, when you have all that money, you've done everything.
Yeah.
Right? And it sounds so crazy.
Yeah, but how many people regret it?
How fucked up will your mind get?
I know, but how many people regret it?
And search for other things you shouldn't be searching for.
Sure, but how many people regret it? How many people
don't know.
went
We'll
to those
never know.
parties and were like, oh, man, I wish I didn't go, right?
Yeah,
like,
well,
they
those
got
people?
Right, they got a picture of me, right? Because nobody knew, dude. It's an exclusive VIP party.
Some of them do.
Well, I
No,
think,
some of them do.
Well, listen,
Well,
I think,
actually, a lot
we're
of
talking
them
about
do.
like Epstein parties, or no? We're talking about
Diddy
Diddy parties.
Diddy
Well, I
parties,
think,
yeah.
dude, to your point, like you just said, like if you're trying to build a persona, right? And then somebody's like, hey, I got one more invite to the Diddy party, the after party. You're going to be like, yeah, I'm going. Everybody who's anybody is going to be there, right? You have an opportunity to meet someone.
Let me ask you a question. If you know shit's going on in this fucking house, because some people did, and he still showed up.
Yeah.
And you know to stay in the game.
Yeah, but what
you got to play. Listen,
all right. I got a hard stop.
When it's offered to you, what do you do? What do you do?
I know we're having fun, but I have a hard stop at the pet thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
that's what I'm saying.
If that doesn't exist, if I don't know that that's happening, if I think it's just like freaky stuff, like they're doing like baby oil stuff, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna participate, but I'm gonna go. Like there's people there, dude.
It's a little wild.
There's producers. Like if you're freaky and you like to do that stuff in a room, that's fine. But the
but
whole.
What if that's a common thing? What if that's it's a common accepted thing that it comes with the industry? This is how it is, though. Like you're in or you're out.
No, I think that's fair.
I think that's what it is. I think at some point,
Poor Josh. Josh's like, dude, what I get?
you
here,
can't
man?
help it.
Isn't that hazing
it.
though? Isn't that hazing though?
Oh, nah,
jeez. Yeah,
this is
we're so
adult
far
shit.
past
This is
that.
adult
We're
shit.
past that, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. It's like that guy. What is it? I'm not gonna think of his name. He was in the acting field, right? He's the guy who had made people do things with him, and he gave them jobs. It's not like
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Same thing. That's the same type
Yes.
of thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Listen, you ain't gonna make it in this industry unless you do X,
You
Y.
hear it on the fucking audio.
Michael
It's
Jackson
fucking-
said it.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson said
And we all
it.
thought he was crazy.
he kept saying it.
They sold it. They
Yes.
sold it on us. Michael Jackson was nuts.
He said it. And you know what?
And he wasn't.
And it is. It's a level. I
wasn't.
believe it. Dude, you know what? If I own the music industry,
Yeah.
I'm the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Right? If anything, if I love the music industry, I'm the gatekeeper, right?
got the
I
rights-
want to make sure who
Right.
right?
Either way.
But I think it gets polluted and something else happens.
Who
and-
got the rights to his music?
who?
I don't know.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
His kids.
I don't think so.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. Yeah, his estate. It's his estate.
his
Yeah,
estate has the
yeah.
rights?
Yeah, she performs now. His daughter, what's her name? Paris.
Okay.
She performs. She's actually an artist.
I was wondering if it was. Let's say somebody.
Well, you want to go looking and see? You know somebody?
No, I'm just saying somebody took somebody out because they wanted that estate. They wanted not the estate, but like the rights to his music. I mean, it's worth what? What do you think it's worth? I mean, my God.
Oh yeah,
The rights
at
to
one
him?
point I think
And
they
not only
said-
that,
his music?
Michael Jackson owns Eminem's music too.
Wait, Michael Jackson owns Eminem's music.
Yep,
that-
his catalog. Yep.
Is there truth to that?
Yes, there is truth. To
And
that.
I think also the
fact-
and I think also the Beatles, right?
he
Dude, you just can't say that. Is it a fact check?
yes, Eminem dissed Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson bought his catalog.
Can you look that up? Can you
Yeah,
verify
we look it
that?
up.
Read
All right.
that, please.
I've heard that, but obviously you hear a lot of things that aren't true.
I know the
so-
whole Beatles
Yeah.
thing
Who
too.
knows?
Like, doesn't Michael Jackson own the
allegedly-
Beatles? He owns the
allegedly.
Beatles,
I
right?
heard that too. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Jackson estate owns the Beatles, all the Beatles music.
Yes, yeah, I think. Check that too.
Yeah, fact check that stuff.
Yeah, we have to fact check that stuff.
These days, absolutely.
Yeah, right.
All of a sudden now the eyes are on you.
Yeah.
Got a couple people.
They come at you. Next thing you know, you're at a Diddy
actually,
party.
we can say whatever we want people
Yeah.
to believe us. If we say it enough, they'll just start believing us.
Well,
Isn't that
that's
the
the
way of
thing.
the world. That's it. So if
It
we
doesn't matter if it's a lie, if it's true.
we can think of
Say it
something,
enough,
right.
eventually.
Obama said it.
Dude,
Obama said it. Did you remember he said it?
You'll have to learn how to control people's emotions.
Obama
If you
said
can
it.
do that, you
Yes.
control
Okay.
everything.
Okay. It says
comes
right,
down to
it
morals.
says-
Here we go.
It says
Fact
it right
check.
here. It
Fact
says
check.
Michael Jackson did not personally own Eminem's music, but his joint venture company Sony-ATV Music Publishing acquired publishing rights to Eminem's back catalog in 2007. This meant Jackson had 50% stake in royalties for songs released up to that time, not total personal ownership of the entire music portfolio.
Okay. Well, thank you for that.
What a portfolio.
Appreciate it.
That's
Thank you.
still-
But dude, they say that. You know what? That they say that's where the money's at. You know,
What's up?
in the what was it? The rights,
Yeah, the rights, the royalties.
the royalty rights.
Yeah, but
That's
how-
what
but how-
that's what Vanilla Ice. That's what he's doing now.
Oh.
Vanilla Ice.
How does one get into that?
I think you buy the merchandising for it, and you just sell the hell out of it, and you get all the money. Publishing rights. It's all publishing, dude. You have publishing rights. Google it. There's money in that. I mean, you gotta have stupid money to do it. But you can have publishing rights.
Catch.
Like if Josh wanted to give me publishing rights to his music, I could pay Josh $500,000 right now for rights
Sold.
to publish.
Wow.
sold.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, just like that. You can have it.
Josh, like, take it, buddy. Take it. That like that. What?
50 grand. Oh, yeah, 50 grand.
Great. We're both broke now, buddy. Great. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. But yeah, you can own the publishing rights. And so for him, he's like, he's going to get $500,000 up front, and then I can use that. And then say, for example, I signed a contract with Chevrolet, and now your song is now the hit song on Chevrolet. There's where I make my money.
There's a song for that. Hopes and Dreams. That chorus, I've been driving. That's the one.
I like that,
You haven't
dude.
heard that
Yeah.
one? You got to hear that one.
Yeah. Dude, we got to play that.
No
This is
video, but that's a
fantastic.
song.
Yeah, so you cut the guy off. The guy was working. So you done?
That guy outside?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, you done? All right. So this guy.
Wow, we ventured off that far.
Yeah, back
Holy
to
shit.
yeah, back to Josh, dude. Get
sorry.
back
That
to
was
Josh.
awesome.
That's
I'm
all
so
right.
sorry about
yeah,
that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
Bobby
all right.
Couto Show.
Yeah, that's so
What can
funny.
go
man.
wrong?
I'm
Let's
so
do
glad
this.
you're here, brother. I appreciate it. Listen, just real quick, I just want to. How do you get to? Obviously your dad. I mean, I see patterns, dude, and I see that your dad had a lot of influence in your music, right? And so you learned to play the guitar, right? You were a rock head.
Right.
At what point do you say to yourself, "All right, I want to be a firefighter. I want to."
Oh, that's way down.
You know what I
the line.
mean?
You
Like-
skipped a whole bunch of
All
stories.
right, so I mean,
so to get to the fire, that's what you want to go there?
yeah,
All
man,
right, we'll
yeah,
go to
because
the
obviously
firefighter.
something happened in your life where you decided that this is what you wanted
Well,
to
as
do.
a kid, to be honest, I was like, I always wanted. My dad was in the military, so I was like, I'm gonna join the military when I get older. So I knew that was happening.
Yeah.
And for a while, you're a kid. You're like, I want to be this. I want to be that. I want, and the police officer was on the list. And then it was like, I'm gonna be a baseball player. I'm gonna be an actor, right? I'm gonna be a musician,
Yeah.
right? Rock head. I used to play the
Yeah.
guitar. Whatever.
Yeah.
So. I mean, it's a long transition. To get to firefighter is later on in life. Obviously, I didn't become a firefighter until 2010, and I was roofing, right? Because that's my family business is roofing.
Oh, okay,
right?
all right.
My
See,
dad,
this is where we go. This is where
I have a big
this is where it
story,
goes,
Bobby.
man.
So-
I love this.
So my father was roofing my whole life, right? That's all I knew
Yeah.
that my father did. Same thing. I want
Nothing
to be like,
motivates you like a hot summer roof on a hot summer day, brother. Right?
yeah, nothing motivates you to get it done before the sun really starts making up.
Right.
So my dad roofed. He was in the military, and obviously I'm a boy. I want to be like my dad, right? I mean, that's how I look at it naturally, anyway.
sure.
So I get old enough. I joined the military. I did a couple of years. Was guard, but I got activated. Didn't go overseas, but I did some time.
Oh, thank you
know
for
what
your
I mean?
service, brother.
And
Thank you, man.
he was still roofing, and I did roofing for a long time. So then I started working for my dad. I'm running his company for a while, like his crew, not his company. He ran the company, but I ran the crew. I was like, Dad, you can just run the company. I'll run the crew. So I ran the crew. Was successful. Was doing a good thing. But it started taking a toll, right? Like roofing takes a toll on your body. There's no doubt about it.
dude.
You roof.
It's work, dude. It's work, dude.
It's real work.
Yeah, it's work.
Yeah,
heat,
it'll
it's
make
mental.
you appreciate any other job.
I will say though, a roofer from 10 years ago, I think has more respect than a current roofer, only because you didn't have the automatic lifter to bring the.
No, 10 years ago they had it. Maybe like 40.
Yeah, but that
maybe,
was that
know?
one guy with the.
Yeah.
Some of these guys are on. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
now,
just
we
messing.
don't
I'm
even,
playing.
we don't even
I'm
use
playing.
the hoist now. The guys, if you're gonna do it now, you just tell ABC come over here and lift it to the roof, and they just bring it over and they lift it right up to the
That's
roof. You take
nice,
the bundles
dude.
off.
That's nice.
So I'm getting beat down, and I'm like, this isn't good. And somebody mentions it to me, and I'm like, well, I can do that. Like I didn't know it was that easy, right? I was, I didn't know how hard it was to get one of those type of jobs, and I was like, if I take a test, all you had to do at that time was take a civil service exam.
Yep.
take an exam, wait for the results, see where you score on the list. I was a veteran too, so it was
great. Yeah. Bonus.
So now
bonus.
I get higher up on the list, and I ended up getting hired. The first time I had to take the test twice, but I got hired off the first list.
Okay.
And I got hired with a big class. It was 48 guys in the class, probably the biggest class that I know.
And this is 2010.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's it. That's where I started being a firefighter right there.
Just that was it.
Yeah.
So you build a brotherhood, right? So what station do they?
So there's 6 stations in the city.
Okay.
I've worked at a couple of them, like full time, if you will. So when I started and I was a firefighter, I was on ladder 4. Now I'm on a ladder because I was a roofer, right? So
Okay.
that
All right.
made sense for me.
All right.
So
Yeah,
they put me- I
that
was
does
on
make
ladder
sense.
4. Then fast forward, I take a lieutenant's test. After so many years of acting lieutenant experience, I become a lieutenant. So I worked at headquarters. I was in training. So, now I would go around every day, Monday through Friday, guys do training. You know what I mean? I would go and facilitate that training, create a training schedule, and then we ran an academy during the time I was up there. So now there's 20 people running through the academy up there. So being the training lieutenant had a lot of responsibilities. So fast forward, I wanted to get back to a truck because the training lieutenant's job's a day job, right?
Gotcha.
Now there's a truck that I want to be on, and I bid to it. I get to the truck that I want, ladder 2. So now I'm on another ladder, right? But now I'm a lieutenant, and I love it. It's great, and that's at one of the 6 stations. So that was Candace.
Nice.
That's on Plymouth Avenue.
Okay. All right.
Right, and now
that's a nice station, right? That's one of the nicest
and
stations.
then I took
right?
a test again, and now I'm the captain of Fire Prevention Bureau.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm back in like a desk
Wow,
job.
that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. What a journey. Real quick, those doors are amazing. You see those doors?
Yeah.
Right? You see those doors, dude?
Yeah.
How quick those things shoot up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Anytime I get to see that, I'm like, wow, that's incredible, dude.
pretty quick, yeah.
Technology is amazing, dude. Back in the day, there was a guy sitting there.
Well, it's
and
funny
now-
you say that because right
You
now
know
they're
what I
actually
mean?
remodeling the old fire station down North Main. You know the one next to
Yeah.
Morton?
Oh, yeah.
So that's where my daughter goes. She goes to Morton. So I pass by it every morning, and they're going through the whole thing. They had the door was up, and they had one of those old fashioned fire trucks in there. I mean, it looks like something from like the 40s.
Yeah,
or
that's the
30s.
fire museum now.
So that's what it is
yeah,
now, right?
Part of that building.
So right now they're going
cool.
through the whole place. The whole place is getting a redo. Yeah, it's gonna look nice. I thought it was like the
Animal
pet thing.
control.
Yeah, what the
And
hell?
it's the building shared. So
Oh,
I think it's still
gotcha.
a city building, and they let us house the fire museum in there, and I think animal control.
Pretty
takes the
cool.
other half.
You see, people forget about that stuff too.
Well, I mean, and not to get like dark here, but more. I think it's just more of awareness, and I really want to mention it because
Yeah.
I know, Jay Burns does a lot. You know what I mean? He's involved, and I know the fire department is requesting budget for equipment, right?
Oh, yeah, I can go on.
Gear. I mean, look, no, bro, please. I mean, I know that there are certain things, we got to be careful,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, bro, no, I love
I'll
that.
tell
Good.
you whatever you
Good.
wanna
I'd
know.
love to hear.
I mean-
Well, you know what, bro? Because I gotta be honest with you, dude. Like I said, not to get
intrigued.
dark, but I get frustrated when I go to the city council meetings, and so
I'm sorry.
I know, right? But you know what, dude? You know what? Honestly, Josh, if I'm going to sit here and talk about it, like I just need to know that what I'm saying what I know, and I'm not
Absolutely.
just hearsay,
Right,
right?
absolutely.
And so in this case, it's the constant plead for the fire department to get the equipment that it so desperately needs. We have firefighters that are dying, and it's not like maybe. We know with certainty these forever chemicals are causing cancer. I forgive me
PFAS.
his name. Yeah, the PFAS.
Yeah.
His name. He was on.
Neil Furtado. was
Neil
just
Furtado,
on,
man.
yeah.
Shout out, man. Dude, he had a scar from his. I mean, not to call it out, but from his ear all the way down his neck because of his thyroid cancer. You know what I mean? And this is direct result of his environment. And I think what. I know the union's involved, the city's involved, but as citizens of this city, these men and women risk their lives for us every single day, and it shouldn't take a city councilman to say yes. Get them the equipment that they need. Like, this shouldn't even be a conversation.
I don't even know why.
Like, I'm just, bro. And again, I don't want to
ready
sound
to
like because
go. I'm
most people be like, "Oh, Bobby, that's the obvious." No, but it's not because when you're begging and pleading,
It's the problem's the budget, right? So you want to go to? We're
Yeah,
gonna go
bro.
There. Let's
Look,
go there, right?
yeah.
So the city has a certain pile of money to play with,
Yep.
and you got net school spending that says we're going to get this much money. Now,
Quite a bit,
You must
actually.
know I was on the school committee for 2 terms,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So I know a little bit about it, and that's why I kind of said what I said about the city council meetings. Those meetings sometimes drag on.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And on.
100%.
And you're like, why am I here?
especially if you go in early for the special
Especially when
committee.
they ask you to
yes.
come in, they want you to, come down to the city council.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you an award, or we're gonna talk to you, and then they make you wait for 2 hours.
Yep.
And so you couldn't just say,
You should be the first ones.
I'd like to
Yeah,
take
get you
the
guys done
the
first.
agenda out of
Yes,
order and
exactly.
let you guys go first. So we can go home.
100%.
But
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
So it's the budget,
crazy.
right? It's a huge budget problem. I will say, right now it feels like things are going in the right direction. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. There's things we need.
Yes.
But there's some trucks on order. They're doing some renovations to some stations. I know they're talking about maybe building a station, right? Things are kind of they seem to be going in the right direction. Do I want more? Yes. Do I need more? Yes. Has it been way too long since we got what we needed?
Yep.
Absolutely.
But Josh, what's the critical right now? If I said, Josh, you have a
That was
list.
my next question.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry.
No, but
right
it's
now
great. Yeah,
we're in the
go
same. What's right now? What would be critical? What do you guys need right now?
So my finger isn't on the pulse like it used to be. I was the union president for a minute.
Oh, wow.
So
All
I
right.
have,
Wow.
I was definitely involved. Then I could have told you everything verbatim.
Yeah.
I will say we have a couple of old stations, and I don't want to prioritize what's the most important.
No, right.
But,
right.
So
But
I can
dude,
just give you
Bedford
I can just give you a list.
Yeah,
of-
Bedford Street is outrageous.
Bad.
Right.
That's-
I mean,
it's bad.
Stanley Street's old. Bedford
Yes.
Street's got issues too. That's old.
Asbestos,
Right. If you want to
rats.
talk the oldest stations, then you got the Globe next, right?
Yeah.
So we could use some stations. There's no doubt. We need
Yeah.
new fire stations. Like we're living in. I mean, I can't say squalor because it doesn't.
No,
we're living there. We're
but-
taking care of it. It ain't
but-
squalor. We wouldn't be staying there if it was that. But
No, but you're not responsible
There's-
for peeling this,
Right.
peeling that, and that
right,
falling
you're eating
apart.
paint
and-
chips at the center for sure.
That's what I'm
There's no
saying.
doubt
That's
about
what I'm
it.
saying.
Right.
Well,
come
no
on.
doubt. So that's the station. So we need
Yeah.
stations, right? Equipment, we're okay, but we should have more. You know what I mean? Like the backup trucks that we have, they ain't fully staffed. Well, not staffed, but they're not fully loaded with all the tools we need, right? Every time the truck breaks down, we got to take all the tools off of one truck, put them on another truck. So now you got a truck out of service for a time.
Sure.
I wish we had more tools so we can just have all the tools we need on every truck. And then if there's a recall, and you got a big fire, now your truck's ready to go.
Right.
Just take that truck to the fire. You're not going to worry about, oh, what do we have on this truck? What don't we have? So that's that. I mean, we could use more radios. You know what I mean? We got some old
What about
radios, some new
staffing, dude?
radios.
You guys, what about firefighters?
The
Right?
list goes on. I'm
Well,
happy that the
ever since that
manpower.
fire, ever since that fire,
Right. So
it's
that
changed a little bit.
that
right?
helped a lot, and it's a horrible thing to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, I know.
It's
I know
horrible
what
to
you
say.
mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
I think
God
everyone
rest
wants
the souls
that.
of everybody who perished, anybody who was hurt, and their families.
Yeah,
you know,
It's terrible.
God bless them. But it highlighted the need for manpower.
Yeah.
More
This
than
can't
anything.
happen again.
So when I got on the job, we had 232 firefighters. Right
How
now,
many? How many?
232.
Okay.
So that was after a big round of layoffs. Bob Correa was the mayor at the time.
sheesh.
9 seat cuts they referenced. So there's a ton of layoffs. They got down to like 170, I think, or maybe actually, to be honest, I think they went down to like 150. It was really low for a minute. Then they started hiring back. They got a safer grant, and they ended up hiring my class. It got up to 232. So now it's 2010.
Yeah.
Well, by 11 we were on the job. By 2011, we're all on the trucks.
Yeah.
You got 232.
Was this
firefighters.
Lambert? Was it Lambert?
No. Now it's
Flanagan.
Flanagan.
right. So it's Flanagan.
Okay.
So then they stopped. At some point, they lay people off again. Right. Same thing.
Is that a cycle? It tends to be like a cycle,
It
right?
kind of is. I'm hoping we're out of that now. And
Yeah.
We've been starting to build back up. But for a minute there, we were down pretty low. We were in the 170s.
Just real quick.
Right?
I just not to say the obvious though, but how does that go down? If the population continues to grow and we're building, like to me, it just doesn't make any sense.
It just means that someone dropped the ball
when you
somewhere.
understand that school spending. And I'll get to this is too many questions you want me to answer here, so
Yeah.
I'll
No,
answer
no,
them all.
yeah,
And then
right,
there's still more things that I haven't said that we need,
as long as
like
you're getting
fire
those
trucks.
as long as you're getting those reimbursements, brother. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Reimbursements, what's that?
Go with the school committee. That's all they work off is reimbursements. Whenever when they do the submissions, it's always the reimbursements. The reimbursements.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
that's a long.
Yeah.
The problem
Okay,
with
got
the
it.
net school spending is, and not to get away from the fire
Oh,
topic,
sure,
because
sure,
we
sure.
still need manpower. We still should,
100%.
we should have 4 guys on every truck. We should bring back some of the trucks and provide more coverage, especially with the new development down there on the waterfront. But net school spending every year for a while was growing so rapidly that the city had to come up with, at the time, it was like an 80-20. So the state would give you 80%, we had to come up with 20. So if the state says all of a sudden you're going to spend 10 million more this year, they would give us 8. We had to come up with 2 million.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
But why is that your responsibility?
so my argument, so here at the end of the day, we can blame net school spending, but honestly, I want to blame the state legislature and the governor. We need more money, and finally, now they released it. They're going to give us a 4% increase in local aid. That's not enough. That's drastically not enough. I don't want to talk about how many billions they spent on not us, not
Right.
the cities
Right.
and towns that
Right.
represent Massachusetts
Right.
or its citizens.
We're
who've
gonna
been
know
here
though. We're gonna
since
know.
life.
Diane's working on that. Once that audit gets done, bro, we're gonna know.
But she's been fighting it, and she was a Democrat, and it's like, hey, lady, has it hit you yet? Maybe you're on the wrong side.
Right.
I hate to
Right.
say it.
Yeah.
Right?
She might be. I think she knows.
She might be on the show. We're gonna
I'm
get her on
pretty
the
sure
show.
she knows. Right. But so that's part of the problem, right? That is part
Bureaucracy.
Of the problem, right? And it's
Bureaucracy.
the net school spending kept crushing every other department. I mean, look at our parks, right? There's a beautiful building there that has a bathroom in it. When's the last time somebody used it at the parks? Right? I'm at Brooklyn Park at a kid's soccer game. Where are we going to the bathroom? Nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere to go.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Right?
when I was a kid, I played baseball at Kennedy Park, and I can tell you, it seemed like we always had everything.
Yeah.
From the bathrooms to the food stands, like everything was there.
Yeah.
The stands were packed. People were at the park.
The number of
People were active,
employees.
and someone took care of it.
Yeah, the number of employees the city had then, way more than we have
See,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
Right? And then we gave trash away. We lost all those guys.
Yeah.
And the DCM's been, they got less people than they ever had. And they're subbing things out.
Yes.
So we don't have the money to take care of anything. So I don't even necessarily blame the mayor.
The money never
right?
stops.
I don't blame the mayor, and I don't even blame the city council. Right? I don't. There's one thing I'll blame them all for: not advocating to the state for what we need.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed.
That's what
That's
they
fair.
need to. They
Yeah,
need
that's
to
fair.
team up.
That's fair.
But that's our senators, though.
Well, that's the senators and our reps, right?
Yeah.
That's them, right? And
Yeah.
I've spoken to all. Well, I can't say I've spoken to all of them. It's been many years since I was involved on that level, but I remember having conversations with Rep. Fiola and Senator Roderick's. Like, this is what we need. This is what we need. And they're like, that's what we're giving you. And that's not the right answer, right? And I understand why they're saying it, because they're fighting battles in the state house too, right? So we're all fighting these battles, but at the end of the day, we need a larger piece of that state pie.
Public safety.
100%.
Public safety is not a compromise. You
The
cannot.
the funds that fund you, is it shared between the police department as well? It's your own.
So
it's
the
separate.
city, again, the funds that fund us is just what we collect in in local taxes, right? That's what the city works its budget. Now, listen, I'm not an expert.
And
at
they
this.
just reallocate.
I might
Right,
say
right,
something
right.
that a
You
city
get
council is going to call
That's
me out
fine.
on.
No, that's
right,
okay.
and that's okay. I'll take it. I don't know everything. That's why I wasn't a city councilor. I was in the school committee. And even then, I didn't know everything. I don't know everything. I'm not perfect.
No, dude, and that's
So-
what makes us great.
It's
Yeah,
all the money
that's right.
the city collects in
Yeah.
taxes, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the funding formula is for schools right now, let's say this, the schools get, the city only has to put up 17%. The rest of that money is for everything else in the city. Pet projects, departments, police, fire, DCM, cemeteries, all that. The rest of the money goes to them. And again, it got crushed for years. And not that the schools don't deserve. The schools need it too.
Right.
I'm not going to take away from that. The teachers need it. The
Yeah,
kids
but we
need
have
it.
less schools, bro.
And I don't even.
You
There's
know
other
what I'm
issues with the
like
schools.
the math doesn't math,
that-
dude. I'm sorry, the math doesn't math.
Well,
we
the
have
two
less
high-
buildings,
yeah,
dude. We have less buildings, dude. We used to have a school in every little district.
So where
there were how many schools back
are they
in the
just
day?
are they just overpacked in the schools now?
I think the
Or
city
whatever is
Less
left
teaching,
over.
yeah.
Right? Does that make sense?
They've commercialized all of it. They've made it. They made it an industry. It's exactly. There's no. It's not a community sense anymore. Like, you remember this school? Remember, hey, Talbot. Remember Talbot and Morton? Remember that? Remember Carson Morton? Like,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like there was always
Yeah.
but we always
that neighborhood. That's
Yes,
and
yes.
Even when it came down to sports, same exact thing.
But it changed the
there was
dynamic.
a pride
It
in the
did.
school that you played for.
Yeah, it changed
Now
it
there's
did.
no pride. There's
Yeah.
no.
So, but not to get too far for this, but Josh, it's just this question. This question is this: Isn't it someone's job? Or you were the president, union president. So, isn't it someone's job to show up and walk through the fire station and be like, "Hey, that's not good. That's not good. The windows don't work. You guys don't have working showers. Here's a citation. City of Fall River, you need to fix this right away." Does that happen, bro?
No, that doesn't always happen. It happens when it becomes a bigger problem. So every department in the city is putting out fires, if you will.
Okay.
They're just waiting for who's the squeaky wheel gets the grease, whoever's barking, because we are, I will say, underfunded. Right, we don't generate enough revenue to do all the things we should be doing for our citizens. Right, that's why your streets are still in disrepair. That's why the parks ain't opening up the bathrooms. That's why sometimes you drive by and the streetscapes look like crap. It's because we don't generate enough revenue. Now, one could argue, well, raise taxes. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily the right answer. I think we need to tell the state, give us our fair share of money. If they would have took the billions they spent on
It's
other
funny how
people,
instantly people would think it's raise taxes. That's how you fix the
Do you
problem.
know that there are some cities? Do you know this, guys?
but we're not guaranteed that money back.
I'm going to
though.
find out what city
Right?
it is.
They just
There
blow
are
it on
cities.
something else.
There are
Exactly.
cities that provide you line by line what they spend. Do you know that? There are cities that have websites.
So you can get to the budget. We have it on our. There's a website for 4 of it. I mean, it's not necessarily
Have you seen it?
perfect.
Yeah,
right?
it's-
No, I
it's
know.
fu- it's
Not
so.
perfect. You're not going to necessarily get the
perfect.
exact amount, right? But
It's been edited 10 times.
ARPA.
so I don't know if they're hiding stuff in the city.
No ARPA money, dude. You guys got no ARPA money.
None of it.
We might have benefited a little bit, but I don't think
Obviously not on Bedford
Not nearly
Street.
enough.
Not on
yeah,
Bedford
not the
Street.
station. Yeah, I think
Right?
they gave us a
That
little bit
station.
of
They got pink doors, by the way.
hazardous money.
You guys got pink doors.
You see the windows?
It's pinkish.
Hey, they put
And
plexiglass.
I saw that. I'm like, oh.
They went with, I think they went historical on some of that for the center, right? Because they're trying to preserve it because they get CPA money, so it's preservation, right? So I think that's probably why it looks a certain way. If I had
It looks terrible.
and you know
to
what?
guess.
And this is
I think
again,
a fire.
I'm going to double down on
I
this.
think red.
That should not be
Vibrant red.
necessary. You know, they keep saying, "Well, it's a historical building." Sometimes, bro,
So why is
the
it
green
fixed?
monster has to come down. Like you like
Yeah.
it's over. Like, stop saying you're gonna look. Stop conserving stuff.
Yeah.
We bite the bullet. I think if you went to taxpayers and said, "Hey, listen, we need a new fire station. It's gonna cost you 0.3% more." Like, this is the reality of
I
it.
have a suggestion. Why don't they just move across the street?
Oh, to the
The old police station, knock it down,
Well,
build a new
yeah,
one.
knock it down.
It's
right.
still
yeah.
considered
Yeah.
Right.
the Bedford Streets. It hasn't
Yeah.
moved. It's only one. You have a bigger piece of land.
Yeah.
I think a little bit, right? A little bit.
Well-
and then you guys can stay there while we're building it right over here. And then we
I
just-
don't know the logistics. I know that sounds easy.
We
I don't-
own
I
it.
don't
We
know
own the
logistics.
building. The
But
city
if it
owns
was
the
me,
building.
If it was my idea, you know what I would do? Frankly, I would take the post office parking lot. I would build it there, like
Sure,
because
sure.
it's like it's on that side.
It never gets full.
because everything is a left. They come out of
Yeah.
it. It's a left,
and
right?
it never gets full. That
So,
parking lot. It's
so
always
I would
empty.
say, hey, do it there, and then with the police department, dude, you could do anything. You could do a public safety building. You could do maybe the fire department could have an actual real museum and not share it with the dog pound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? Like
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
you know,
It's
bro.
just- it's just- I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. Because when you think of all the reasons why they don't do it,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense. You can't go on vacation if you don't get the fucking money, right? Right? It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but-
if they don't have enough money to do these extras that we want,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
But it's not the America that like even we grew up
There
in.
it is, man.
Right? And the America
Wholly-
from,
we should
from
expect.
20 or 30 years
It's
before that.
100%. I agree
Because-
with you.
And
Love
part
it.
of the problem is
Love
we just
it.
give money to all kinds of things now.
That's what I'm
Feeling
saying.
things and this and
Yes.
that. We want to put
Yeah,
money over
yes.
here. We put money over there. We got to get back to the basics.
Love it.
We got to get
That's it.
back to
He's
the
right.
basics. And I'm
That's right.
talking streets, water, sewer, fire, schools,
100%.
police, parks,
Infrastructure.
cemeteries. Right, that's it. That's it.
Infrastructure.
Those are the basics that the government is supposed to provide us. All this extra stuff, you get it, you get
Right.
it. You don't, you don't.
But if
We
you're a
gotta do the
mayor, if
basics.
you're a city council, why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you fight for that? Why is there always opposition? We're talking about the dumbest things at City Hall, right? We're not talking about, okay, how do we make the city better? I mean, legit. Let's get down to like the nitty gritty. It's not fucking around, right? How do we make this city better? Museums. You go down. Listen,
Yeah.
my girl works in New Bedford.
Well-
She works right in downtown. I could tell you something right now. Our downtown, complete shit.
Yes.
Their downtown, lively. There's like five. You can bar hop.
Yeah.
You can bar hop all about 10 bars just in that one, and they're all safe. There's restaurants. There's Moby. All these places.
But that's step one, and step one is infrastructure, right? So
But it's leadership.
Yeah, well, you have to have infrastructure, right? So if the roads are all potholes and the buildings are empty
Yeah.
and the roofs are leaking, like that, it starts there. People don't want to travel to places that are dilapidated. That's a sure fact. Why do people go to Newport? Because it's Thames Street. Like that road is terrible, and nobody cares. They'll spend
Newport.
They'll spend the whole day there, and they'll do 10 laps on Thames Street. Nobody cares. But when you come to a city, right? But you come to Fall
So
River,
true.
dude.
So
It's
true.
potholes. Nobody wants that. No, there's no.
I'm not saying we have to be like Newport. What I'm saying is, if you
Why
go-
not?
You could if you want.
We have waterfront.
What I'm saying is, you could. We have a great sunset, by
Sure.
the way, one of the best.
Sure.
To be honest with you, but if let's say we don't get there, we have to at least compete with our sister
Yeah.
city, right?
Yeah.
And we
100%.
don't.
Well,
We don't.
I think, Josh,
we have
you
nothing.
have some insight on this. You went to Diamond.
Yep.
Right, and I am an advocate for that. I am an advocate for trade schools
Yeah,
because I
I went
believe
to
that
Diamond as
builds
well, yeah.
that builds character. I think anyone, liberal arts, you get a diploma, good for you, great. What do you do with that? But to graduate from a school like BP from Diamond, you walk away with a trade. You walk away with strength. It's funny. I was going to bring it up with you because to me, like when I'm self-taught with the guitar too, and it was important to me to learn to play the guitar because I wanted to do something on my own, and I wanted something that could always connect me to people. Because no matter where I go, if there's a fire burning and I show up with my guitar, bro, I'm invited. Right? That was always my thing, and I always said to myself, "Gee, I want to teach my kids learn an instrument because you know why? You'll always be invited to the party, right? Learn
Yeah,
an
I regret
instrument,
not learning something.
learn an instrument and learn to protect yourself. So very important, right? Whatever that may be. And I honestly believe that will enrich your life in every which way and form. So back to what I was saying. So I learned to play the guitar too, bro. So for me, it was always that connection, right, to people like that.
Right.
You're right, and it was always bridging, and it didn't matter. So I have the passion for the music. I have a passion for the city. But all in all, dude, if you encompass all this and you realize that passion alone cannot create anything, right? You can have all the passion in the world, but if you have a trade, bro, if you can sweat a pipe, if you can fix a flat tire, if you can paint a wall, well, that's value, man. You can barter that, right? You can survive. And the thing is, our next ones up, our kids, they don't have that. They're helpless. If you drop them in the water, bro, they sink. They don't know how to swim.
It's
we're
so
not,
true.
We're not teaching them how to swim, bro. And it's the
so
most
true.
basic thing in the world. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah, I agree with you.
They're focused on all the wrong things, man.
Right, dude?
So I got eight kids.
Is it that, or is it just a distraction? Right?
Yeah.
I heard 8 kids. That's wild.
It's
That's
wild.
go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
No,
Go
no,
ahead,
no.
go ahead.
But there's so much distraction when we had our own distractions, but they weren't it didn't prevent us from going outside and getting dirty.
Well,
and,
your
and
friends were your
playing in the
distractions,
dirt.
right? The friends going
Your
out.
friends
Yes.
was your outlet.
Yeah.
And you had it since you were little kids and the neighborhood kids, and then eventually you go to middle school and you make those friends, and all of a sudden you're linking up with those kids for 3 years, and then you go on to the high school and it's the same fucking. But like you don't see those things anymore. It's all distracting.
Dude, if somebody rings the doorbell, kids run from the door.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
So
I know.
my
They don't
generation.
even
Yeah,
answer.
I was the
They don't
first generation to have the internet in high school. My generation was the first generation.
no, it
So I was already exposed to that freshman year.
Yeah.
I was already exposed to like instant messenger. Like we were the first still young kids that had access in a vulnerable age of like 13, 14.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 15.
I had
and
Apple.
I think we're the last
We made a turtle
generation.
move.
I still got like a little bit of what you guys had. Like I still got dirty, outside in the mud and being a boy and catching salamanders and worms, and dude, I had a colony of that shit. You know what I mean?
Okay,
You don't see that
but how do
anymore.
how do you convince the next generation
To do that?
That was
They
great.
won't.
We can't
They don't think it is.
because they have those distractions that say this is way better.
Yeah,
It's
TikTok
phone,
way better.
TikTok.
I was about to
That's
say.
it.
You shorts. They're watching shorts.
Yeah. You get hooked.
Dude.
It's a drug. It's the dopamine fix.
So it's when you're hungry, you look for food.
100%.
So if you're never hungry, you never look for food.
You're right.
You know what I mean? If you're cold, you look for gloves,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're never
yeah.
cold,
And
you-
that's
right?
so I suffer from that a little bit. Like I said, I got 8 kids, right? And then varying levels of success on all my kids. And I love them all and I wish them all the best,
You're a
But I
busy
can
man.
see what some of the issues are, right?
Yeah.
And it's like
What's the girls to boys?
4 to 4.
Oh wow,
Right.
you got right down the middle.
All right. So I had 4. My wife had 4. We got together. We have 8.
Brady Bunch XL.
Oh, you're a
Julianne, I love
blended
you.
family.
If she's watching.
Shout
still,
out, shout out.
to my wife, Julianne. I love you.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's
Be
amazing.
home later. All right. So we have 8 kids. So
Wow.
my oldest is mine. It's Lorelei. She's my daughter. She's 22. She's a lieutenant in the Air Force. She's stationed in the UK. Amazing.
Success,
I love it. I love it. Went
Hey,
to Diamond, right?
success,
Engineering
bro.
degree.
Success.
She got ROTC, right?
Wow.
She's
Nice.
gonna get married in July to another guy she met. He's an engineer too. Great kid. I
amazing.
love him, right?
Oh, dude, that's success,
Right?
bro.
Right.
Dude, you
So
want that for your daughter, no?
That's the American dream.
That's
That
perfect.
sounds
Right.
like the American like nuclear
Keep
family.
going, Josh.
Absolutely.
Keep going,
That's
bro.
why I love that, right?
I love
Keep
this, bro.
going,
Keep
right,
talking,
right?
brother. Keep
Right,
talking.
She's like super Catholics. They get married in the church. I'm like, this is great because I'm not even that Catholic.
Who
but
are
she
you?
is.
You
I'm
do it
like,
for me,
oh, I
baby.
love this, right? So
love
then
it.
I got my son is the next one up. He's 21. Evan, I love him, right? Didn't do as well off the drum. Waiting for him to like get going. You know what I mean? Like he
Wait, how old? I'm sorry, how old is he?
21. Diamond grad too, but he
Yeah.
just didn't do it. He didn't
Okay.
want to stick with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Unfortunately, it's
kind of a guy thing, Doug,
But
to
with
be
him,
honest,
what
yeah.
I worry about with him is that maybe, like sometimes I wish that maybe I didn't have it the way I had it, and he had to live like I lived, because I think he would have been okay, right? And like let him do more than he let him just run free, right? Like there you go,
Yeah.
like run free, like just run
Guilty.
through the neighborhood. But the problem is the neighborhood's not the same either, so I can't just
Right.
let him run through the neighborhood. He wouldn't have had the same friends. He wouldn't.
But
have
I
had
do
the same
push. I do push
experiences.
my daughter. I want her to do things alone. Like go do things alone.
Right.
Like on a water slide. It's something
No,
as
no, but
simple
he's
as
saying go out in the neighborhood and go run around with the kids.
Like, 'cause-
Would you
because-
let your daughter just run out in the
Right.
neighborhood?
That's tougher.
No, so where I was going was in a water park. You're contained. I know the girls won't go outside.
Yeah,
but-
but I mean
So,
neighborhood.
but what I'm saying,
Neighborhood.
what I'm saying, in a neighborhood,
Yeah, in the neighborhood.
no, I wouldn't.
Right. And
But I was allowed to. I was all over.
We
the
all,
fucking
the three of
place.
us.
So to the
All
point
over
you
the
were
place.
making was you needed something. That's when you're going to try to get it. Until you need it, you're not going to try to get it, right? So you need a reason to go out and get it. And
What's the
unfortunately,
reason, bro?
I don't think I gave him enough reason to want to drive.
100%.
He's going to
fucked up
come up
these
with it. I
kids.
know he's going to.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
when,
yeah,
right? And,
yeah.
and I hate it because I learned a bunch of lessons when I was a kid, and you try to teach your kids from the lessons that you learned, and you
Right,
hope, but
right.
that doesn't work.
And you
No,
look-
if you
you-
raise kids, you
gotta
know
let
that
them
don't
fall
work.
on their face.
You have to.
Yes, yes.
They're
Let
never
them
gonna
fall on their face.
You
100%.
think growing
Yes.
up, I'm going to have kids. I'm going to tell them that one day they're going
No,
to learn from
no,
me. They're going to be
no,
better
they
than
won't.
me.
They won't listen.
Oh
to
my
you.
God.
They
They
won't
don't
listen.
listen.
They
No,
don't
they
listen.
won't.
They don't
So,
listen.
so then I got 6 other kids that are kind of still at home.
Yeah.
Right. Like
yeah.
half the time they're still with us. And they all, well, not all of them, but most of them play sports. They're all wicked good at sports.
That's
right.
awesome.
Right. And,
You're building a little army there. aren't
yeah,
you?
I got a
right?
17-year-old Tyler. I got a 14-year-old Matt, 13 Andreas, 13 Avery, 13 Addison, and Gwen will be 12 coming up.
Wow,
And,
shout
this
out,
month, when
man.
She's 11.
Shout out. That's amazing,
So
bro.
they're all amazing. I mean, I got
Yeah.
some report cards today. All the kids that are still home, almost straight A's.
Yeah.
Almost. You
See,
know
that's what
I
I'm
mean?
saying.
But,
That's
but-
very different,
which is
than
good.
what you normally
but,
get.
But back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
They don't have a bunch of skills. They don't. They ain't. My
You're like almost
17-year-old.
You're almost like a brain smart. But
Never
there's
turned
no,
a wrench.
oh,
I'm going to change a
jeez.
battery in his car. I'm like, here's the ratchet. He's like,
Oh, dude.
looking at it.
What's that?
I'm like, have you ever swung a hammer before? No. See me, I was
but
a kid, right?
Where would you swing a hammer?
My dad would give me a bunch of nails.
And a hammer. Go hit something. Go hit some wood. Go hit some wood. Your fingers in wood.
Legit,
Right,
legit.
right.
The house was shingle. He gave me these little nails. So it doesn't matter how many times it doesn't matter. You're not gonna see them. And I would just all fucking day hitting these fucking nails in the side of the house because for him, like I said, I didn't give a fuck. The things, hey, he knows that the fucking things are not gonna fall off. But that entertained me. I never.
And it's a skill.
It's a skill.
You can put a nail anywhere now,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
You can throw a nail anywhere,
Legit.
right?
Yeah.
Not a problem. You
Legit.
can use
Not a
tools.
problem.
You
I know
understand?
I use
These
tools,
kids
yeah.
today, because they're I don't know. I got so many different feelings on it, so I don't know where I want to go with it. But my kids are all good at sports.
They're mechanically
but
inclined,
but
a
they
lot of
can't
them.
do anything mechanical,
Right.
right?
That's what I'm
Hey,
saying.
we're gonna paint the house. Can I kick the ball at the house and paint it? No.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could do that, but because they play
So
sports.
and it's happening generationally, and they say that this is the first generation that is not exceeding the previous generation. This is the actual generation that I posted a whole article about it. There was a
Are they getting dumber?
C-SPAN.
Are they getting dumber? And
No, no. Well,
also
they
in the
say
midst of all
actually,
that?
you didn't see
And
the
I-
post.
and I-
Obviously, you know, you're not following my
I am.
Facebook. But anyway, the doctor says the introduction of technology. That's
Yeah,
he says it point blank. Anytime there's an introduction of technology, it dumbs down the population. Because you know, we talked about it in the last episode, and that was Josh. If we were all hanging out on a fire right now, and you're playing the guitar, bro, and then all of a sudden I make an outlandish statement, right? Like, you know, did you guys know that there's an ocean under the Mount Everest? And you'd be like, what? No, get out of here, buddy. You know, I'm like, yeah, dude, there is. Like, if we didn't have technology, you'd have to take my word for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't.
Right.
But
It's so true.
But today, like you grab your phone and be like, ChatGPT, is there an ocean under Mount Everest? And it's like, no, that's bullshit. And you're like, hey, dude, that's bullshit. So that you don't never have, and this is going to sound crazy, imagination.
Yeah. Yes.
When you remove
You're ruining people's
when you
characters.
remove that's such guys, that's such a critical piece
really is.
of neural growth in
It
your brain.
really
is
is.
imagining I remember being in the backyard by myself and playing with my GI Joes, and in my mind I was there, dude. I was experiencing
You're
it.
speaking my
Well,
language.
so
G.I. Joe.
with this,
Fucking
dude,
love
hey,
this
with
shit.
this,
Yeah.
dude,
Completely gone.
now my brain is no longer creating the fantasy. The CPU in my phone is creating the fantasy. Like, I
That's the
need
control.
The brain,
That's the control.
The CPU here is the one that should be working. And you know what? And unfortunately, complacency. Right? I'm guilty.
I'm guilty.
Right? We're probably all a
I'm
little
guilty.
guilty,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Of not realizing it until after the fact. So my granddaughter.
Kudos to our
My
parents,
granddaughter
man.
is 8, and so
Kudos to
my
our
daughter
parents.
no longer allows my granddaughter to be on the iPad for countless time. But my kids, like, it was kind of like, oh, here you go, go watch some Sesame Street. We had no idea that there was all this programming and the damage.
Because you want to know it because
And
we
the dependency,
justify
the dependency.
Yeah, because we justify it.
Yeah.
I was hooked on the TV when I was a kid. I was glued to it.
Yep.
You know, but there was rules, and the rules were you were only allowed a little bit of TV per day.
Yeah.
My mom was especially if it was a Saturday, it's different. You're home, you're Saturday. There's WrestleMania. There's all this good stuff on TV.
Saturday
You can't-
Kung Fu afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't like shut me out of that. Okay. But everything else during the week, we were very limited on the TV that we watched.
Yeah. Well, it was always a Portuguese channel that was on in my house.
Yeah, and then we make sure we had dinner
always.
together. We ate at
Always.
a table.
Yeah.
Just those small little things. I think set like.
Can I ask you something real quick? Because
Certain
it
things
just popped into my head and I don't want to forget
Yeah,
it.
go ahead.
Did you guys notice that there's no more Bruce Lee's?
No.
Bruce Lee, like he was.
We love
There's no
Chuck
more
Norris.
Van Dammes.
There's no more like no. But specifically Bruce Lee. Did you ever listen to Bruce Lee?
It's
We
amazing.
understand that he's an amazing martial artist. That's
His
one thing.
documentary just came out. It was really
But
good.
the philosophy, he was literally a genius, and the things that he used to say were like next level.
Well, the
you
water
know?
bottle thing was just that,
Dude,
that,
just
that one
anything.
one thing he would say.
So
that it lives in your
why?
brain.
So that's
Be
the
like
question.
water, right? Like,
Why
yeah, 100%.
isn't there? Because you know what? There should be another. Like if Bruce Lee dies, there should be 10 Bruce Lees in line going, I'm the next Bruce Lee.
So you know Bruce Lee was created. Bruce Lee created that character. That was a character he's wanted to be his whole life.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And he became it.
Okay.
And so he lived it.
Yep.
And I think when it comes back to imagination, that's the key.
Sure.
The
He
person
Dude, he believed it.
became
He believed
was
it.
the character that he created when he
100%.
was younger.
Absolutely.
And he said, I'm going to be this. And he did.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
you don't see that because now when you see what's considered famous or successful
Yeah.
are just these actors. And listen, I'm not taking away from being an actor, but like you're not doing anything great. Like you look at Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was doing amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
things,
He was
aside from being an actor.
Code. He was giving us code. He was saying things to us that we weren't aware of.
That we weren't aware of.
Right?
That he tapped
like,
into.
Like
100%.
like saying things like profound, things that were like, hey, the strength comes
100%.
from inside of you. It's your perception and things of that nature. So my question is, long story short, who is the next Bruce Lee? Is there anybody out there that's talking this way?
No,
that has not just a couple of people. Like for example, I'm a huge Andy Frisella fan. I Real AF and I do 75 hard. Like this is I got the like I'm literally there it is. Oh, there we go. I am diehard. This book saved my life. This book absolutely saved my life. I'm a huge fan of him, but he's not Bruce Lee. Because Bruce Lee was the all-encompassing male. If you looked at the alpha male, he is the perfect alpha male in every aspect of it. He can protect himself. He is that mind and body and spirit all encompassed in one. We are all flawed men. Right, we get emotional. Absolutely. I'm on 24, dude. I'm ready to take somebody out. Right, like Bruce Lee would be like, Bobby, find.
Don't worry about it.
Find your peace. Right.
So true.
So kind of shifting a little bit here, but like so for me, if you don't know, you don't know, and we're talking about the next ones up, like the next level. Like imagine if our kids were exposed to people like Bruce Lee and could hear the things that he said and realize that the things that he did were superhuman.
Yes.
Like literally superhuman, but there was nothing superhuman about him other than right.
Well,
like,
I mean, the guy's vertical was stupid.
Like Cristiano Ronaldo,
and
right?
he was a small little dude.
Right, Cristiano Ronaldo, like he's
vertical. The vertical on that man is insane. The hang time. That guy is in air. What seems like forever when he jumps up.
But that could be you, dude.
Sure.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
They show you that this is a potential, right?
Well, I didn't have the imagination because it goes back to the imagination. What was it? Disney said it, right? What did he say exactly about imagination? Like imagination is like, how did he say it? If you want to pull it up, Jody, I don't know if you can pull it up, bud. What Disney said about imagination. It's incredible. Because
influences.
Yeah, well, think about who you had to be a Disney. He created that whole world.
So that's my challenge, guys. Josh, who do you I mean, aside from you, who do your kids look up to? Who is it that you like they're watching going,
I wish I
this
knew.
This is who I this is who I want to be. And David and I were talking earlier, and we were talking about the young ladies of the world right now. You know what? I got to be honest with you, dude. There is nothing attractive about the women's. There's just nothing attractive to me about it. It's women that are so self-centered on themselves. Sure. They spend 4 hours putting makeup on, and then they come out and they don't even want to touch themselves. They don't want to eat the food. They don't like. It's so exhausting. And you know what? Maybe because it's maybe I'm on the other side of this.
What would it be under, David?
Disney quote about imagination.
Okay.
You just
so being on the other side of this, dude, just saying to myself, like, I want to hang out with somebody who's chill. I want to hang out with somebody who's
want to have a conversation.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, in other words,
fuck.
Right, exactly. Like,
don't make this weird.
Absolutely. And
it
so
just looks like Barbie dolls.
It's too much effort.
Yeah.
It's too much
a lot
effort.
of
And
effort.
the male, the alpha male, who is, you know what? I think every man puts himself first. Because a strong man, you'll agree, Josh, you can carry somebody out of a burning building when you're strong. Yeah. If you are weak, sir, you're not carrying anybody out of the building. It's your responsibility, Josh. You swore an oath. It is your responsibility to be tip-top shape all the time. So when the time comes, you're going to carry somebody, no matter how big, how small, you're going to get them out of that building.
That's the game plan.
Right? So as men, that should be our standard. We should be at that basic standard. I'm going to be the best version of myself because I owe it to not only my community, but my family. Who's saying that?
Nobody.
Who, right?
To your question, who are kids looking up to? I have no idea. I'm hoping it's me and my wife at this point because I don't know. Historical figures are the only things they got. They don't have anybody today. I mean, there's been some people.
Yeah.
But
well, you go like Tom Brady. But you know what? And again, don't get me wrong, dude. I am gay for Tom Brady. But at the end of the day, dude, Tom Brady played football.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he threw a football. Like he was the best at it.
Right.
But and again, and I'm not taking anything away from him because he's a philanthropist, and I can't even imagine how many charities that guy has helped. But at the end of the day, he's not pulling people out of burning buildings, right? Okay. Like there wasn't a chance that. I mean, I guess there is, but the chance of Tom Brady dying on the football field are very slim and none. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's like everything's broken. The people who are doing seemingly less important things are getting paid way more than the people who are actually doing the work. It's crazy, right? It's
well because you want to know why? Because it's crazy because being a firefighter, being a police officer, no one's watching you. No one's paying to watch you, right? And unfortunately, that's the world we live in. We put more stock and value.
That's a good point.
Right?
So what's on television?
What's
right?
on television?
Yeah.
We put it into the entertainment, and we're not seeing what happens every day. I mean, Florida can have 3-4 fires in a fucking day.
Yeah.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah,
right?
but something
And I'm
like
sure
the
it's
Gabriel
happened,
fire happens, and that's
right?
the news, right?
It-
Everybody's
it-
showing
this
up.
is why I
and-
always say the attention is just not there.
Yeah.
If the
Yeah.
city, I remember the city being years ago when I was a kid, they had commercials of the city. You know what I'm saying? Why not focus a little bit on the city, right? On the firefighters, on the police officers, on the city. Like try to promote the city, just not on a entertainment level, which we don't have, to be honest with you. We have a few places, and those places could be doing way better if we had a city that people can go to and be like, well, if I don't like that place, I can go over here, and then I can go here. It's all in the South End. It's the Cove in that little corner right
You
over
got
there.
some pockets. That's all
And
you
that's
got.
it.
right?
The rest of the city has nothing going
Hey
on.
Casey, just so you know, that's an autographed picture of Vanilla Ice, just for the record, behind
Yeah.
David's head.
Oh, right
That's
behind me?
autographed, just so you know. Casey had a comment about the Vanilla Ice behind you,
Oh,
David.
that one over there.
Yeah. But dude, the Mad Dog 2020 is in honor of Josh tonight, brother. we should all do a shot of Mad Dog 2020. He's in
got
this
that over
video.
there? That's so funny.
Right? There it is.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. We're right
That's
there, man.
wicked good.
Yeah, we're right there, bro.
I have to go
Absolutely.
find that stuff when I was
Dude, remember that?
Yeah. It's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, I watched,
$3.25 for the big bottle when I was buying it. $1.25 for the little bottle.
Now it's 50 cents.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants it.
They still sell it.
That's hilarious.
That's
man.
hilarious, dude.
Yeah. So
Dude,
we
we,
got-
did some stupid shit when we were kids, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
We did some stupid.
So that's the
ass
shit
shit.
my kids aren't doing though, right? Like
Yeah.
for the
That's the
most
kids
part,
you almost want to. You almost want to tell your kids, "Hey guys, listen, go out there,
Yeah.
go do some stupid shit, okay?" And then,
Learn
and if you get in trouble, call me. And you won't get in trouble. You won't get in trouble. I promise. So I want you to learn. I want you to live and learn a little.
now before
Like
you're
now.
before you're older, and then you still had to learn those lessons if
All
you
right.
haven't learned it yet.
I got a small. I feel like the bummer here today, but a little challenge.
Okay.
Back in the day, if any of us were fucking around,
Yeah.
they'd call our parents and we get a beating.
Yes.
Today, it's legal charges. Like there's no buffer anymore. Like everybody presses charges. Dude, I grew up. I didn't know what charges were.
No.
Dude, I was stealing Manny's grapes almost every day. The guy would come out with with an axe. Dude, the guy was gonna kill me. Dude, do you imagine if I called the police and said, "Hey, I was taking some guy's grapes and he came at me with an axe"? They would go arrest
have to
him
arrest the guy
and they
with
would
the
put the
axe.
guy in jail.
Yeah, they would. Yeah.
So this
And that's why we didn't do it.
That's the difference.
That's why we didn't do
Yeah,
it.
and that's the difference, though. That's
Yeah.
today. You can't get away with
Well,
that, bro.
you can't do that.
You
No.
can't slap. You can't either.
You
Today.
can't do
No.
it. You can't.
It's- You do that, yeah, that's it. 50
Right?
anytime.
No, my
Dude,
kid,
my dad had hands
my
like
kids,
Mickey Mouse.
My kid still
And-
doesn't
and
know
plus-
that.
and-
She does. She still hasn't dropped that bomb on me.
And
yet.
plus, nowadays,
Not yet.
everybody has cameras and
Yeah.
all this other stuff.
Listen,
and
I don't want to hit my kid.
So-
I have no desire to hit my kid. She's a great kid.
Yeah.
But I see, I
Yeah.
I see the benefits of it, and I know that sounds so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I know people are gonna get crap for it, right? People will, but to be honest with you, there was a moment that you thought twice,
Yeah.
because fuck, if I do this,
Oh yeah. There was consequences.
100%.
like
I got
100%,
arrested
like
once.
you know
Not
the
arrested.
consequence.
I got detained for
I got
trespassing after
detained
notice.
a
Remember
couple
when you used to
times,
hang out in the avenue and they would bust you for hanging out in the avenue and they
Yeah,
arrested
yeah,
everybody?
yeah.
They got me one night,
yeah,
right?
me too. Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you want to call?" I said, "Nobody. I don't want to call anybody. I'm just gonna like, how long do I have to be here?" He's like, "Well, the court magistrate comes in at like 2 a.m. I'm like, "Okay, well, can I just stay here till 2?" He's like, "Well, we're not gonna let you go until he's got to release you for court in the morning." So I just stayed. I didn't call nobody, and then I walked from what was the police department on Beverage Street
You see
to,
the fear?
to Benny's.
Oh,
yeah.
it was the disappointment.
Yeah,
It was-
no,
yeah.
no, dude.
It
I couldn't
was-
imagine
you
calling
couldn't-
my
you
mom.
could have never
No,
done it.
no.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, "Yeah."
I remember
Yeah.
Bobby. I was around like I don't know, 14, 15. And Bobby's like, "Hey, listen, if you ever get in trouble, you call me first.
Call me first,
You
man.
do not call your mom. You do not call your dad or sisters. You call me first."
Dude, he was taking cars, driving cars, blasting them. Come up my street, dude. Whole shots, 14 years old. I'm like, this guy's
Oh
unfair.
yeah. I was driving. I should. I had no license at all. Fucking driving around
That
cars.
was fun, though.
But it was. But I know it sounds so crazy, but like
Yeah.
I learned so much from that era of my life because I was given the freedom. My parents they were on top of me with a lot of things, but not like that. My sisters got it worse. Yeah, my dad was really on top of them. It got to me. It was almost like my dad knew, like, you need to go fuck up. Like, go do it.
Well,
And you're still gonna get a beating, but like, go do it because my dad was no angel either. No, none of us were.
No.
And he understood that. And I think that's the thing. If I had a boy today, would I pass that over to my son? that type of thinking, because I do believe that.
It's, I don't know, bro. It's a
But
little
it's such a
different.
different world.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
such
little
a different
That's
world.
what I
And
was saying about my son, my
Yeah.
oldest son, right? I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I didn't let him do those things. And if I had let him do those things, he would have learned more
Right.
about what he needed to do when he got older.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
then he would be more successful now. That way he didn't have to wait. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have it all figured out until a certain age. And then I started
Yes.
getting better progressively.
Yes.
And I'm just waiting for him to take that next step. And I kind of, you know,
Yeah.
on a certain level, I
tough.
want to blame myself. Like,
Yes.
what did I do wrong? Where
Yes.
did I let him down?
I would feel
Should
that way. Yeah,
Should I let him?
I understand.
Should I let him
that
mess
as
up
dad,
more?
yeah.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
should I let him
Yes.
like be
I
rougher?
feel like I'm on my daughter a lot, but it's just not. It's something sinking, but most of it doesn't.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I look at her and I just see like blinking eyes. Like she's hearing me, but she's not processing anything that I'm
Well, I'll
saying.
tell you what, dude. Nothing
And it's so
progresses
frustrating.
growth like a broken heart. You know what I mean? It's something
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
needs to happen. You know what I mean? Like that broken heart, realizing that.
Yeah.
You know, because you learn the most about yourself. You learn about
I
people.
want to keep protecting her, but I have
Yes.
to stop protecting
Yes.
her.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that.
No,
but
when I mean protecting her, I mean like not. I'm saying obviously the physical stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm saying allowing her to even. I want to protect her at all costs.
Yeah.
If like I'll give an example. In today's world, if a teacher of the school calls and says, "I know my daughter, I love my daughter, I know her like in and out,"
Mhm.
right? But I don't know how she's in school. I don't know. What if I got a phone call saying your daughter was ruly today and she was cocky? She talked back to the teacher. There's no way I'd fucking believe it.
But okay,
Am I getting sold?
but in fact, to say it is, say it, whatever for whatever reason she doesn't like the teacher and there was an altercation. How do you address that?
Not the way that my father would address me. Very different.
Yeah, because you know why? Because you understand. Your dad didn't understand.
Yeah, but wait,
My mom went in there-
so which one's better? Which one's better?
Which one's better?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Where's the lesson? I know what you're saying. Where's the lesson? Because my mom would
Where's
go
the
in there
lesson?
like a maniac.
Yeah.
My mom would go in there,
Yeah.
kurish, pankaderia,
Oh yeah,
all done.
Like we did it,
Yes,
and even if we
yes.
did nothing wrong,
But
we
she
still
didn't.
got
But she
beans.
didn't. She wouldn't understand. Like even
No,
though they would
no.
explain it to her, her
Well, she
English
comes
was
from a time
kind
from
of
authority as
right.
well.
She just knows
Authority was important to
You know what she knew? She was leaving work. That's what she knew, and there were consequences for that.
Mm-hmm.
If she had to leave work to come get me
Oh,
at
yeah.
school,
losing money. I
that's-
got bills to pay.
there were the
You're
consequences.
costing me money.
Yes. Yeah. But I think now, to your point, I think even the teachers, it's become so. And again, not that I'm saying teachers should be more aggressive with students,
No,
but I
no.
believe that there is a fear,
Yeah.
right? So. You know, I always say to myself, like, I missed out because if I could have done something different, I probably would be a teacher. I always said to myself, like, I would have loved to.
You're really good at that. To be
I would
honest
love
with you.
to talk to young people and be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, you're good at that.
There's something different here, right? Like if you choose to look at life differently, if you choose to do not the same thing that your buddy's doing, your life could be different. And the sooner you do it, if you work hard right now, you can live a lot easier a lot later. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's
I wish my kids would listen to me. Yeah. I'm
how
with
do you convince them, right? Because at the end of the day, like obviously you're the protector, but they look at you like you know nothing. You don't know anything. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. To this day, all the kids look at me like that. Yeah.
But that's all of them. So how do
Yeah.
you convince them to be like, hey, listen, I was there. Like I'm a time
We're
traveler.
the old men.
I'm a time traveler.
Yeah, we're the old men. We don't. They don't understand what it is to be wise, right? Because they're not there.
Yeah.
They think they're smart,
Dude, I'm
not
bringing Bruce Lee
wise,
back.
right?
I'm bringing Bruce Lee back.
You should.
I'm gonna
You
bring him
should.
back.
Just
We're gonna find him.
just philosophy alone.
They get to a point at a certain age where it's going to hit them, just like it did with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
crap. My parents were right.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
Oh, that's
To
the
every
that's the
kid.
stage I'm in now. I mean,
That's-
like 10 times
Yeah,
over.
but is it shock
Right.
though? Is it shock? How do you respond to that? Is
Well,
it
you
shock? Oh
kinda
my
wish
god!
You kind of wish you knew earlier.
I see it in Josh's eyes because I
Yeah.
have the same look. You would never put your kids out. Your kids
No.
will stay with you as long as they want to stay with
Always.
you, right?
Always.
Like you're like.
yes and no. I'm a little hard.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying?
You could- yeah, I wouldn't
without
let
any
you-
trouble. Like, I'm not saying like
Yeah.
they're no troublemakers, but they're good people. They
kids.
work. They have a job. You would never be like, get out. Like, that would never
as
happen.
long as you're working.
As
yeah.
long as you're working,
I got
right?
some- yeah.
But
Criteria.
that's always not a good thing either. You know what I mean? Like the idea that, hey, listen, I have a friend and she says it all the time. She goes, Bobby, my success came because I didn't have anywhere to go. Like my parents told me, listen, you can't stay here. Like there's nowhere. Like and so
That's my point.
There's the survival instinct, right? So she's like, I realized real quick that no one was coming for me. That I had to go to work and I had to find an apartment. And she goes, I had to become resourceful. She goes, instead of me getting an apartment on my own, I got a roommate. And her and I, like, see, like now she builds a relationship. Like her whole life started just based on that one decision by her parents, which was a great idea. And now she's a self-sufficient woman who does great in her life. You know what I mean?
So that's what I want for my kids. Be self-sufficient. Be self-sufficient. That's like when I'm preaching, be a good person, be self-sufficient. If you give back, help people, right? That's my message. But the self-sufficiency part's the most important. And
They have to learn
I
how to
tried that
survive.
with my kids. So to the point of, you wouldn't let them go. I wouldn't. If you're in college, you can stay here rent-free. If you're in the military active
But you gotta do something. You gotta do
rent-free,
something.
no problem.
Yep.
You're working and you're living here, you're paying me a percentage of the bills.
Sure.
That's it. That's all it is. Right now,
You pay some board.
what I do with that money, whether I decide to keep it and
No,
spend
that's
it,
something different.
depends on how old you are. But while you're young, if you're paying me, I might give it back to you later on.
Right.
If you're doing the right thing.
That's what my mom did to me.
Which is what my parents did.
Yeah.
Right. So I proposed that same idea to my kid. He didn't take it.
No.
Yeah, he didn't take the college bite, didn't take the military, and he decided, no, I'm going to go do my own thing. And he's not doing his own thing yet because somebody else is taking care of him. And now, to his disadvantage, he doesn't have that aha moment.
there it is.
And that
There
is
it
the
is.
most important thing that
100%.
he needs that he doesn't have it yet.
Absolutely.
Now, mine came with a pregnancy and all kinds of other stuff,
Absolutely.
right? So
Yes,
mine was
yes,
a little
yes,
more
yes. You're like,
fueled,
I
right?
have to
and
do
he,
this,
And what's funny is that he knows that. And he's like, well, it's because you had, me and my sister. And it's like, but again, can we teach the kids? Will they listen? Dude, if you just do this, I've been doing that. My whole, since my kids have been alive, I've been telling them
So
that.
are we
Takes a very
doomed, guys?
different
So
person.
are we doomed? That's the question. Are we doomed?
I think we're
Because
not quite yet. I just think we're on our way being
We're
doomed.
definitely on our way.
But I don't think we're quite there yet. I think you want to have faith in this new generation, right? I think Gen Z got fucked. I think our
Come
generation.
on, I'm kind of a nice Gen Z. Come
No.
on.
I didn't say you guys we're fucked. Like, in other words, are fucked. I'm saying, like, I think you guys were given a bad plate of food. Like, it's bad. It wasn't that great for you guys because
See, I blame the boomers, but
no, the boomers were our parents.
I blame them.
I don't blame them per se. I mean, they did change. They created this generation, though. I think what we did wrong was that we took what we didn't like, which was effective and it worked on us. We eliminated it because we didn't like it. I would never do that to my kid, not realizing that one thing is what made you you. And that's what made you that driving force. And we took that opportunity away from our kids.
Yes.
And said, fuck you.
you
But
protected
not
them.
even know it.
Because you want your kids to have everything you didn't.
So back
Yes,
to,
and
so
that's
Josh.
bad.
back to the basics, just like we want the government to be. We got to get back to parenting, to the basics. Well, what are the basics? I'm going
Always
to teach
basics.
you how to live. I'm going to teach you how to take care of your stuff, how to take care of your house. My kids are going to do dishes. They're going to take the trash out. When it's time to
Absolutely.
paint, you're going to paint the house. When it's time to do the roof, we're going to do the roof. We're going to mow the lawn.
Absolutely.
But you know why they
Absolutely.
can't do that now? They don't. They don't do any of that.
No.
Why? I'll tell you. One of the number one reasons in my house, it's sports. Completely consumes any free time we have. The number one in my house is sports. So I'm at the point where I'm against it. Because I think I got six kids at home right now. I got to go to maybe
brother,
six
but
games.
listen, not to pick sides here, brother, but I would be doing the same thing because to pay for 6 scholarships, brother, like you'd be working the rest of your life, man. You know what I mean? To get some scholarships would be nice.
Well,
you
it
know?
would be, but it's not going to.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Like,
kids are
I'm
going
just
to. I'm
saying,
hoping my
bro.
kids are going to med school, so they'll be paying
That's
their
what
own
I'm
bills
saying,
anyway.
bro.
No, but I am not going to be responsible.
right,
We'll help
right.
them all out, right?
Yeah.
But I guess it's not just sports. Listen, I know sports are important and I think it helps
So it's
build
almost like a
teamwork and
trade-off. It's almost
character.
like a trade-off.
But there is, what we've done is, again, you're talking about what we're missing. And we did this trade-off, right? It's a different generation.
That's what
It's
we
a
did. We
different
traded off.
time. It's a different technology. It's a different phase of civilization that we're in right now. And I think we got to think about the basics a little bit more. I think we've gone too far. You know, they say the needles move, the pendulums swing one way, and it's going to come back a little bit to the middle where we stop focusing again on what we need to do at home.
Good times, weak men. Bad times, strong men.
Yeah,
Right?
that's it.
And here we are.
That's
Here we
it.
are. We're in this.
So,
right?
exactly
so
where we
we
are.
have now created the best times for our kids, right? My kids have a life that is so superior to my life. In my upbringing, it's ridiculous, right? Vacations. I mean, we got cars. I could drive my kids wherever I want. I mean, I'm lucky if my mom had a car going, you know, like a beautiful house, right? Food, whenever you want. I cook. I chef it up. These kids eat well every night. You know what I mean? So they have everything, right? My kids do not go without. And that is one of the problems.
That's the problem.
Right?
It's true.
And
You over-provided.
Dude, but how do you fight that?
we over-provided and then told them they didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what we did.
And then we blame them and say, hey,
Give me that. I'll do it.
you guys suck.
Yeah.
You guys are lazy. You guys are this. You guys are that. Whose fault is it?
now we gotta
They had no
retrain.
direction.
Bro.
We fucked the shit
I think
up.
we're having a realization here.
I
We
think
are to blame. It's our fault.
It seems
it's
that
our
way.
fault. Yeah. We are enablers.
Jody, we're so sorry.
That's true. Sorry, brother.
We're sorry. Listen, we thought we were doing a good job. I'm not saying we did a bad job,
I'm gonna keep it.
I think we should take some responsibility here. These poor kids can't even like support themselves at all. They have no direction.
So, and here's the right, it comes back, and it's like the double whammy is we gave them that better life, that way better life, but we thought that they were going to listen to what we told them.
Yeah. Right.
And if they had just, so with the better life that we provided, if they had listened to what we told them, they would have it made.
Yep.
But what we forgot to realize is that you have to learn all those lessons on
Absolutely,
your own.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I tried to help someone once, and I always say this, and I made a post specifically because it was so just dramatic to me, and that was I tried to give someone their dreams. Like I believed in someone so much that I said, hey, take this, and I want to build your dreams. And they looked across from me. I won't say who it is. And they looked across from me, and they looked at it, and they said, what's this for? I said, I believe in you, and I want you to I want whatever it is you want to do. I don't care what it is. I want to be a silent partner. And I pushed a check over. And he looked at me in the eyes, and he pushed a check back and said, I'll think about it. And it ruined my relationship with that person forever. Because they didn't want it. And I offered it.
Scared.
And now it created an awkward situation.
Correct.
So now it's going to be forever that. So all good intentions, right? Like I believe in you. Like what better way to express that you believe in someone? And they look.
That is a heavy thing to receive. I'll give that person a little credit. If up to that point, if they didn't have some sort of drive at a young age, that's something you could spot. You can look at a kid and be like,
yeah, but
this kid's gonna be something. That's when that money would have been presented. If it was a friend, right, who has been working his ass off, right? I mean, busting his ass working for his employee, and he comes to me and he's like, Dave. I go up to him. I say, bro, I got this. I want to invest in you, bro. Let's go start a business together. I want to be a silent partner. Here you go, because I want to see you. That's different. Because
but what about somebody who
you see that he's working? He's doing his thing.
Okay,
but
your
if
son,
that person
your
doesn't
son,
have it,
I go to your son and I offer him that, and he's like,
yeah, if it doesn't fit what he currently wants in his life,
it doesn't matter.
it doesn't. It
doesn't matter.
okay,
Right.
But this is Monday morning quarterback. Try having that realization beforehand, because every intent behind it is like, wow, I'm gonna elevate this person, right? I'm gonna show them that they can be great, right? But it was the opposite. It was the opposite.
There's so many people fathers that are going through this in our age, right? Going through this with their kids, and you're like, man, where did I go wrong? What didn't I say? Or what did I say? I don't know. You wonder sometimes, like, when was the moment where they heard something, and then they just went,
the moment.
There's a moment. There's a moment in these kids' lives that something is said, and it just completely changed your trajectory of where you were going to go, because your mind was here, and then all of a sudden,
crazy
red flag.
Yeah.
All alarms went off.
Yeah.
Complete stop.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna go take over here. Looks easier.
Well, and then there's the emotional piece to it now.
This is
right?
emotional.
Everything's emotional.
Everything's
right?
an emotion.
Everything's oh my god.
Even the guys are emotional.
Right, I know.
Like, get over it.
That's the attitude that we used to have
A
in
little
America.
beta,
When
man, a
America
little
was
beta, a
great,
little beta.
that was the attitude, right? It
Yeah.
was like, get over it. This is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, just
This
get
is what
over
you-
it.
Just get over it, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Not anymore.
No.
I don't feel like I don't feel good about it. It doesn't make me feel good. Like, listen, feelings are important. We all have feelings, but we learn to suppress them to get the job done. Right?
Absolutely. Yes.
It's like the job comes first, right?
Absolutely.
We got a priority here.
100%.
We
I
get
used
the
to hate
priority
this.
done. We can bitch about it later on. We can talk about it later on. I don't like it either.
Right.
But we got to do it. Right.
Right.
And that, even that attitude's not accepted anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's true.
no, you can't push.
Well, because one of the reasons why also too is because they're all doing it.
Well, in the military, you get a card
Right.
now, right? Military, basic
That
training.
started when I was in basic. There was kids with a
Card,
stress
right?
card. There was kids with the stress card if they held it up. I had a stress
are
card.
you
I don't
fucking
think I
kidding
saw
me?
Yeah,
anybody
you didn't know
with it,
that?
but I heard
No.
about it.
Yeah, they have
When was
stress
this?
cards.
When was this?
It's been a
Well,
while.
I was in basic in 98.
Yeah, it's been a
99.
while.
Stress cards?
Yeah,
I never
stress
saw
cards.
any of that shit. I went to Dime. I didn't see any of that. Fucking
No, this is military.
Oh, the military.
Yeah,
I was
military.
gonna say- I'm like, what? I'm like, I missed all of that in high school. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, you get a wedgie and a beating for stressing out.
No, but at school now,
Right? That's what you get.
No, in schools it's even worse. Like you're saying, now they got counselors. They got multiple counselors at every school. When we were kids, we had a guidance counselor.
Yeah.
Right?
One
Yeah,
per
you're
era.
right.
One
guy.
Right.
3
The
schools.
whole school.
Hey, you got a real issue. The vice principal will snap you in the head and tell you, forget about it, carry
about
on
it.
with your day.
Absolutely.
Now, They go in. That's
Yeah.
it. They got adjustment counselors. They're gonna talk to them. What do
Bro,
you
my
need?
guidance counselor
We need any
was
resources?
direct with me.
We're gonna get you some other outside resources. We're gonna help you out. How do
Imagine.
you feel to the point? Well, we're gonna get real political in a minute.
Sure,
So I'm gonna
do it.
All right. To the point where they wouldn't even tell you if your kid was transitioning at
That's
school.
crazy. That's
Right?
insane.
There are states
That's
that do
insane.
that. They
Oh,
don't
yeah,
even tell
100%.
the parents.
100%.
We call your
Yes.
kid a different name when they
Yes.
come to school.
I think Massachusetts is that.
Yes.
I believe
yeah,
it is.
Yes.
I believe it is. I
right?
think it's one of those states that doesn't. They don't feel the need to a kid know, or a parent know that their kid.
Do you remember, dude? Do you remember them
Are
saying
you
that?
fucking kidding me?
These are our children. They
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
These are our
right?
children.
Yeah.
Not your children. These are our children. That's what they said.
Crazy.
Dude, the fucking
Crazy.
programming is fucking
Well,
sick, bro.
You know what, dude?
That's
It
sick.
might be too late, brother, because
it's too late.
all these kids went through it. And like
Too late.
now we see it. But the average kid went through 12, 13 years of this. And now we're going, hey, wait a minute. Did
Well,
we
okay,
know what
all
they
right,
were teaching
all right,
our kids?
All right. So how about this? I believe that because of people like Charlie Kirk, right?
Yeah.
I think he brought something to light. At his events, you did see quite a bit of people who seem to have common sense, right? And I think that you can see like how certain kids are raised.
Yep.
Clearly, out from the left to the right, they were raised a certain way on the right. They're raised a certain way on the left, and it was refreshing to see at those events that he had. A lot of people were there in support of him. You know,
Well,
you had the hecklers, right? You had the people that had questions.
Can I put a check mark on that for
Sure.
you? Like there was also a lot of people that did not, which I think that was where the magic was.
That was the magic.
To me,
was, yeah.
I didn't appreciate everybody that agreed with him. I appreciated the people that didn't.
But I like to see
and
the fact
reason
that there were
and the-
people that
yes.
were like, all right, at least they have a little bit of common sense, right?
But even the ones that didn't, the ones that were passionate and in their feelings, right?
Yeah.
It's important for us to hear that.
Correct.
Right. It's important for us to know, okay, these kids are in college,
They're feeling
right?
these things,
And,
okay.
and where did they learn this, right? They didn't learn this from their mom and their dad. They learned this by being indoctrinated in these schools. And so when they stand up there and they're in front of all their peers, dude, it takes balls to be up there and be like, hey, listen, this is how I feel.
Knowing you're gonna
Regardless
get-
of
yeah.
how you feel, that's irrelevant. And then
We
to
give him credit.
have Charlie be like, well, this is what I think, and this is the way that there's things that should be. And having that back and forth dialogue, that's the secret sauce, bro.
Correct.
And then when we stop talking, because that's why they took him out, because
That's the only
because
reason why.
that's it. Once you stop the conversation from taking place, we will never understand each other. I will tell you this from experience. Like I struggle with Facebook because I am not a confrontational person. I mean, most people won't believe that, but I am not a confrontational person. But what I am is I am a seeker of conversation. I believe that funny, anybody who used to work for me at Comcast will agree. I used to always present a bad idea, like in my group, my team meetings, I would present a bad idea on purpose to get a good idea. Because, maybe
What a great way of looking at that.
Maybe I suggest something that I know will not work for whatever reason. And as soon as I present that, everybody's brain in that room automatically goes into fix mode. And they're going to present me with solutions.
I don't like that, but I love it. Right? Because I'm way too straight up to do something like that. I just want to be straight up. Like, this is the solution. Like, I think I got the solution. Here's what it is.
Yeah.
But I know what you're saying, and I think it works.
Right.
I still don't want to do it. But,
Right.
but it works.
Well,
Yes, I want to be
what
straight
you're
up.
creating
Yes.
is you're creating a problem.
Yes.
And forcing your team to use a part of their brain.
Yeah.
To
Or
fix something,
or
right?
just-
so,
yes.
and so that's what they teach right now. So
Right.
so right now they teach a certain way. But back when my daughter was in elementary school, K through 5, they taught them there's one problem, but they taught you 10 different ways how to solve it. Right, and that was their way of stimulating the brain a little
Problem
bit.
solving.
Yeah, problem
Troubleshooting,
solving, right?
yes. Yeah.
So being able to talk to your team and be like, listen, you create this imaginary problem that
Right.
could exist.
Yep.
Right. How do you solve that?
Right.
Right. And it's a great way to keep your team.
But that also empowers you, right? Because now,
100%.
Somebody who might not offer an opinion or an idea is now part of that conversation
Correct.
think tank and be like, hey, Bob, I didn't want to say anything in the meeting, but how about this?
Yeah.
Right? Because now we're in this and we're invested together. And so I know it's a very small example in comparison to what Charlie
but you
Kirk was
keep-
doing
you
in the
keep the
world.
brain going,
but
though.
at the end of the day, it's all about the conversation. It's all about, just expressing how you feel, but understanding that your feelings truly don't matter.
No.
That's what really has to happen. Your feelings are irrelevant
Very
to
true.
gravity. Gravity happens whether you like it or not. You might be sad about gravity, but unfortunately it happens. Look, I can see it in my face. I got gravity everywhere.
Yeah.
I can't hate it. I have to accept it. And I think once we get to that point, so I guess long story short, I've been posting some things on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And what it is I call it the troll conversations. And what they are is it's not necessarily how I feel. but it's a statement that I feel will drum conversation in both directions, regardless of how you feel. And this isn't about Democrat or Republican.
Yeah.
This is about common sense and like just no common sense. Yeah. And so I present these ideas, and then I go through the comments and I read them. And you know what, dude? A lot of the people are receptive to it and offer like solutions, right? Like, you know, I said, what's the one we got there, Jody? What do you got there? We'll put that on the screen real quick. Sure, put that one on there. This is just an example of what I did this week. All right, so this one here says, go ahead, read it, Jody.
It says, if taxpayers can be drug tested to earn money at work, able-bodied people receiving SNAP benefits can be drug tested to receive it.
Okay, so that says that's touching a lot of things, right? That's touching the SNAP, that's touching benefits, that's like all these things, drug, abuse, all those things. And so I present that, and then people go absolute. You could see why, right, Josh? Like people go freaking crazy.
I can imagine, yeah.
Right, they go crazy. But at the end of the day, the truth is, if you are receiving SNAP benefits and you are doing drugs, then you're not buying food with the money. You're buying drugs with the money.
Correct.
So why should the taxpayer be responsible for that? So that's just a small little argument in there, right?
Of course. Yeah.
But people automatically, like when you start reading the comments,
well, the one that I saw was
how many Trumps are in the room?
Yeah.
Funny coming from a Trump supporter, and like this has nothing to do with Trump. This has nothing to do with MAGA.
This was a two-part question. Yeah. It
okay.
was.
So is that by design, guys?
Yes.
That's why I'm bringing this up.
Yes.
Is that by design? Is that to make me feel bad? It's like, or so I don't say anything, like immediately accusing me of
yes.
right? Is
Well,
that? And I'm saying me as the example, but I'm saying like
it's a
in
form of
general,
censorship.
Anybody who posts that,
Yeah.
Somebody accused me of being like, that's so funny. It's a compliment, actually. They told me I was like, what's his face? Josh. Yeah. What's his name? Josh Silva. They called me out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and Jordan Silva too. Same thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. They're like, hey, you're a lot like Jordan. I'm like, well, that's not the point of this.
No,
and the thing is if you read that.
Well, that's the pre-programming.
Does that say I or me? No, it's a statement. So let's talk about it. And people go crazy. And so.
Well, so does that say that people are that uneducated to see the difference? What is it?
No, I
what
think
is
people
it?
are, to
Or is
Josh's
it emotional?
point,
Or is it
people
emotional?
are emotional. People, because you know what? What's CNN? What does CNN sell?
Emotions.
They sell emotions. What's Coca-Cola sell? Feelings.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what it is, dude. This is, they don't sell Coca-Cola doesn't sell soda. They sell feelings. They make you feel it.
It's like that
right?
same McDonald's.
On the can, what does it say? Good, right? Friend. You see all the word? Like that's what they're selling. They're selling emotion. I feel good when I have that Coca-Cola in my mouth. That's exactly what this is. It's the programming to make you feel a certain kind of way. Right? It's they make up these words so that you immediately become triggered. And so what happens is when somebody challenges the status quo and says, "Hey, listen, this isn't right."
Yeah.
That's where people go crazy.
I hate being duped.
The other one that I got beat up for was panhandling. I said panhandling should be criminalized.
Dude.
It undermines public safety and it encourages dependency.
I 100% agree.
That's what I wrote. People went crazy. First Amendment rights. You can't do that. I'm like, okay, guys, but let's have the conversation because we've said
saying
it before.
The same shit you've always said. What's different about the conversation?
I had Nikki Fontaine on my show,
Yeah.
and she manages all of the homeless. Like what happens in the city of Florida, she's the professional, and she told me, like we're sitting across from each other. She looked at me and said, "Bobby, the people that are panhandling on Plymouth Avenue and they're taking those are drug seekers. Anybody who's looking for actual help is coming to get help. They're not on the avenue collecting cash money.
Correct.
Like if you try to give those people a sandwich or food, they don't want it. They
that.
want money. My mom, 82 years old, she handed a guy change. He threw it at her, hit her in the face with change. He didn't want the change. He wanted dollar bills. He wanted $5 bills. That's what he wanted.
I don't remember that when we were kids.
Right, me neither.
There was no panhandlers like that when we were kids. Maybe once in a while.
Yeah,
I saw a couple
right.
in Boston. When you
right.
go to Boston, you might see a couple.
Yep.
But there was nothing in Florida.
Yeah,
No,
now
you're
it's
right.
every.
You're
it's
right.
Yeah, I don't
every
like it.
dude.
Yeah.
It's every island. Every island. And you know what? You see them fighting? Like they fight.
Oh yeah.
Like because they want the property. Oh, this is my turf. You can't be here. And they
fucking
literally
wild.
they beat each other up for the. Dude, they make $300 to $400 a day,
Yeah.
if not more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you making $300 to $400 a day? Are you making $300 a day? For nothing. No, tax free, guys.
I have to do
I'm not
something
making-
for the $300 a day, right?
That's what I'm saying, but not tax free.
Not tax free.
Oh, there you go. You know what I mean? For nothing.
For nothing.
For nothing.
For not doing it.
To go eat drugs.
Yeah.
So again, these are the conversations that people get so emotional about that they don't even want to have the conversation. And I'm saying to myself, look, I'm not telling look, I know it's a drastic statement. It should be criminalized. I know how extreme that sounds, but at the end of the day, public safety matters. And when you have, I watched a woman, true story. I watched a woman, Plymouth Avenue and it crosses Rodman Street. This guy was on the other side. So if I'm coming from, say, like CVS, heading up the avenue, he was on the other side, and he was on the island. The woman ran a red light because she was so fixated on giving him money. She ran through the red light, and then when she ran the red light, she turned too much to the left. She hit the curb, dude, popped her tire. Like it was a whole, and she's handing the guy money, and you hear her tire explode. And now she's got to get a tow truck.
Right.
Like,
She lost money.
Right.
Trying to help out somebody.
man.
Right,
Be
to give guy a dollar, to give a guy a dollar. You know what I mean?
It's insane.
And
It's
so
insane.
again, these are, and then people are like, oh, that's no. This is, I saw this.
You
with
know
my
what's
own
so
eyes.
crazy? It's so crazy, right? So like, it's a cultural thing because if you go to like China, you go to these places that don't allow these things to happen. There's rules. There's
Yeah,
laws.
that's an extreme too, bro.
And I know it's extreme compared to Florida, right? I understand.
the cameras everywhere.
But is it? It's not that. It's not that extreme. There was a time that there's always been beggars, you know, and panhandlers, right? I mean, it's biblical. It goes back. You know, it goes back to back then. It's always existed. But like now we live in a time that we can fix the problem. We have the ability to fix this, and we refuse to fix it.
Yeah, but what are you fixing, bro? We already talked about this. This is the program.
People who gave up.
Yeah, this is the program.
They gave up.
People are satisfied.
Who's satisfied?
People are satisfied. You pay over 50% of your taxes to the government. You know what that means? You know what that makes you?
Yeah.
That makes you a slave, sir.
Makes me an indentured servant.
So but that's the reality. People don't want to hear that. People will fight you on that. But the truth is when you are taxed more than you make, then you're subservient to the entity that takes that money from you.
Absolutely.
And so that's the world that we live in, and we're okay with it. And then we do our taxes every year. Oh, guy, hey, I'm getting $200 back, right? And then they go to TJ Maxx and they spend $200. Like, right? I'm not making this up. Like, this is the reality that we live in.
I can't remember the last time I got money back from
Dude, and people are satisfied. Dude, you're a business owner. You're a business owner.
Yeah.
Dude, your taxes are a son of a bitch.
It's a son of a bitch, yeah.
Right?
I don't want to use the word, but like it completely just. It's bad. It's so expensive to run a business.
But so
it costs so much
again,
money.
not to get too far from it, but that's the reality.
Just
is
taxes alone.
every day you get up, dude. You
My
make
biggest
your coffee
expense.
the same way. You get in your car the same way. You turn on the same music. You listen to the same podcast, and before you know it, you're 55 years old, dude, and you're thinking, "Am my Social Security gonna make it? Like, am I? Is this gonna? Is this
It's
enough?
so true.
Is this enough?
Question. Can you? I know this is probably a dumb question, but like as a business, could you write off your taxes?
Yes. So for example, like technically, Studio B LLC. This is the first year that it's been in business. So therefore, all of my expenses that I've
You
spent,
can't write off your taxes. You write off your deduction.
your deduction. So what I've spent
Alright.
building this business this year, I was able to write that off.
Oh yeah, I know about that.
And I'm not telling her I don't care. I got $3,000 back. You know what I mean? I spent like 50, but I got 3 back. So that's how that works.
What's
And
nice-
this is
what's
the only
nice-
year I
yeah.
could do it. You can't do it any other year. You can only do it the first year of your business.
Yeah, and it depends on the business as well. I mean, it depends on how much. It depends on the cost of the business. What does it cost the business to run daily, every day? You know what I mean? For 365 days. You know, what's the cost of that? Materials, equipment, electricity, all that stuff gets factored in, and that's you know,
Dude,
operating costs.
this episode took a turn.
Yeah, where are we at? Let's do it.
all
I
right,
love
so
it.
one
Wait,
thirty-
but
I
like
have
this.
questions. But go ahead, Jody, go
We're
ahead.
at 1 hour 35.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. Josh, I want to talk about, so again, shifting back to what we were talking about earlier is your process, dude. How do you, so I know you, obviously your kids, they listen to your music,
Yeah,
right?
so if you
Do
listen
they
to all
approve?
my
By the way,
music-
do they approve?
I mean,
Being
I'm sure they
teenagers?
approve on a certain level. They don't want me to bump it when I'm dropping them off at Talbot. You know what
That's
I mean?
what I'm
I
saying
can't
right
get that
there,
going.
man. Crank that
that's
up.
what I would do.
Right. No, I pick my days. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes.
You were a piece of shit last night.
I got in this song growing up. My son and my daughter, the younger of the two, they sang the chorus, you know, with me, right? So that was good. So I just recently performed at the New Bedford Film Festival, and my son was like, "Nah, I'm all set." That he's 13. He's like, "I'm not singing." I'm like, "That's cool. I understand." So I had my daughter was there with me. She sang, and I grabbed
That's
my niece.
awesome.
'cause
That's
my niece
awesome.
likes to sing, so they
See, your
sang.
kids are active, bro. Your kids are active.
Dude, how did that happen? Did they reach out to you? Have you come out?
So the guy who produced all 3 videos that I have out, like all 3 official videos, he's been involved with that group over at like the New Bedford, Fairhaven area, and he submitted the video. He knew to submit it, so he submitted it. So 2 years in a row, you know, you're up for like an award and stuff, and you go in there, and he's like, "Hey, you can perform." So I'm like, "Yeah, I'll perform." So I performed last year with Julia Corey. We did I See the World, which if you haven't seen that one, you got to check that one out.
Yeah.
And then we didn't win anything last year. This year, my producer, Sean Campbell, he got the award for best editing.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Right.
Nice.
So it was really exciting, and we sang a song. I went up, they got the award for him because he was in Azor, so it felt good. I'm
That's
up
awesome.
there.
Oh,
getting an award,
nice,
you know what I mean?
nice.
Give him a shout out. So it was
Now,
good.
has he been with you the whole time? Is this somebody that you
No, I
met along the
him.
way?
I met him. Actually, my wife got me in touch with him. So she went to church, I think, with Alyssa, who's his fiance, and she was like, you know what? I don't know if he was a fiance at the time or not, but it was like, Sean will do it. So then I met up with Sean, and he loved it.
Awesome, man.
The first video is great too. I love that video, and that one was like my nicest, like the way I want to see it. I just want the world to be great and wonderful, but I know it's not. And then we moved on. We did Growing Up, which was like, this is how I grew up. And then in the recent video, Please God, is probably the hardest of the songs that you see out there. And it's just
But dude, I appreciate that how you play the Dark Angel and like on the shoulder. Like the whole premise is awesome.
Well,
dude. I love that.
Isn't that fucking life, bro?
Yeah, but the rap and
That's life.
Yeah,
It
bro.
is.
Yeah, we're gonna play. We're
It
gonna play
truly
that.
It
Can we
truly
play
is that, like, you know your evil
pull it up.
side. You know that we all get that side.
Yeah,
We all.
But dude, it's hot, dude.
We could
the video's
all
hot,
be
dude.
that guy.
Yeah, the video's, dude. It's
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's not easy, man.
Yeah. No. Are you listening? Are you on your phone? I'm gonna shut your phone
Oh,
off.
is this Derek?
I'm gonna shut your
Derek
phone off.
2.0.
That's it. I'm not paying your phone bill this
Yeah,
month.
that's the one he wanted before, but I think now that I mentioned it, he's
Yeah.
going the other direction.
Yes. Yeah.
That's gonna be
No.
it's gonna be the fourth one. Yeah,
Give me
he
the fourth
wants
one.
you want the Please God one.
Please God.
Go to the
Yeah.
It was there, right there on the right. I think that's the official one. Yeah.
Drop that down a little bit, bro. It's loud.
I should be quiet for it.
Holy moly.
That's a cool shot right there, man.
Shit's good.
Fire, right?
That's pretty badass.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Back and forth.
Back and
Finds
forth.
you
Yeah, I like
DMX
that.
and Damien.
Yeah, I like that.
little bit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I like
awesome.
that. I like
Marco Andrade, welcome to the show, brother. Oh, hold on.
Nope.
Marco Andrade, welcome to the show, brother. I was introducing you to the show and you weren't even in yet.
Oh, he's breaking up. Did he do the same way that he normally does?
Yeah, I don't know. He should be.
I'm on the same phone.
Yeah, it's probably. I did a reset on the system. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. What's going on?
The same old, bro. Just chilling in the studio, listening to some beats.
I know. I saw that. I heard that.
Florian in the house, bro. It's fire here today, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting canceled today.
You're getting canceled?
We're getting canceled today. We're getting canceled today.
What is it?
I said we're getting canceled today.
Uh-oh, why? What happened?
Oh no, we talked a little bit about everything.
Went off script.
Off script.
Off script.
All right, bro. What's up? What's going on?
I don't pay much mind to all that nonsense.
I wish I could. I wish I was like that. Can't.
Can
Fortunately.
you guys hear me?
Yep. We can hear you.
How about now? You got him?
Nope.
Nope.
That is so weird, right? We checked it too before.
Yeah, we did.
That's so weird.
That's all right. That's okay. I'm gonna put you on speaker, buddy. It's okay. It's Apple, dude. It's totally Apple. It's not anything else. It's Apple. But go ahead.
What's going on with you, Marco?
That's why I go with my Androids.
Yeah, I know, right? Always the green bubble with this guy.
Right.
What do you got going on this weekend, my man? What's the weekend update?
So believe it or not, I'm actually getting into the George right now to go see Alex at downtown Providence at the George.
Tell him,
Which
say
one of
what's
Washington
up.
Street. He's going to be playing piano until about 11 o'clock or so. If anybody's in the area looking for something to do tonight on Thursday night, we can come on, head down to the George. Then we're going to Moonshines. We'll be there till about 1
Dave
o'clock.
wants to go to Moonshines, I could tell.
I love moonshine.
Listen, let's go. I'm telling you, it's Moonshines. I love Moonshines any night of the week, man. But Moonshines on a Thursday and Sunday nights are to me are the best.
Yeah.
It's not over crazy packed.
Yeah, the weekend gets really
entertainment,
packed in there.
They do a lot of music there.
Which is pretty cool.
90% of
The
their
environment's
bands are
cool
all
there.
country bands, and I love to listen to country bands live. And it's all local bands. A lot of local people come that play through there. They do some national acts with Cat Country. I know we're doing something there coming up in August as well with a national act. So yeah, Moonshines, man, it's one of the great spots, one of the hidden jewels of Providence. So if you're not doing anything, come on down to that. And of course, tomorrow night back at the George again in Providence. So have some dinner. We got we're doing, I believe, next Thursday night. I'm sorry, next Saturday night. We got Dual Frequency over at the Blue House in Fall River. Two guys, great guys, man. They play everything. It's a drummer and a guitar player. They play anything that you want, man. They play. They're kind of that I call it all American.
Dude, they were playing like 3 doors down. It was pretty good, dude. They nailed it. It was really good. It was really good.
what a
Yeah.
great band.
I love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're there next Saturday night from 7 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. So people can make it. I know the reservations were going pretty quick for those guys. So you know that. And then of course we have Sinatra night at Perella's, which is our debut at Perella's in Warren. Right over on it's at 311 Metacom Avenue in Warren. Unbelievable Italian restaurant. As a matter of fact, they were on. Perella's just had a couple of years ago. They had a complete redo. It wasn't by Bar Rescue. It was one of those other shows. I can't think of his name. He's a chef, famous chef. I can't think of his name now, but he had a TV show.
Not like Hell's Kitchen, type of
It
deal?
was like John Fiore, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
The dude with the blonde hair, with the highlights.
Yeah. He used to do all the menus for, I think it was Chili's or one of those.
Oh, yeah. It was
one of those
Chili's.
restaurants.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
So he had a TV show, and he used to come into all different areas, and he would redo restaurants completely from the bottom up, just kind of like Bar Rescue, like John Tapper does. Yeah, so Perella's was one of the restaurants that was on his episode, on his TV show. They had a couple episodes with that. And the place is beautiful. If you want some real authentic, as I call it, it's the home Italian food, It's the nana's kind of Italian food. You got to go there, see Lou Perella. It's an unbelievable place. It's been there.
It's like your mama used to make. You know what I'm saying? Just like your mama used to make.
But we have Sinatra night there next Saturday night, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Of course, with Taylor. Anybody, I believe, I want to say the reservations were close to sold out, if not already sold out. But that'll be a good time going on there. next Saturday night. So if people are around, and of course we got our comedy at Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston. Tickets are available tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, Nick's Comedy Stop. And of course, I mean, we touch on this also. If you're looking for something to do on Mother's Day, Sunday, brunch at the George. There are some tables still available. They sell out every year.
I heard the brunch there is amazing.
George, make some reservations. It's an unbelievable brunch. Chef Juan, I mean, he comes up with some great food. And take your mom out, bring her up there, then spend the day in Providence.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great location. There's tons of stuff going on in Providence actually on Mother's
Don't
Day.
they do their?
Say start your day off at the George with brunch. And you definitely you won't regret it. You know?
Don't they do at the? This is at the George, right?
What? Yeah.
The brunch.
Are they doing the? Listen, real quick. I heard rumor that the George is doing like a 2-for-1 dinner, right? It's like the 2-for-1 special on Tuesdays. Is that right?
Tuesdays, I thought it was Mondays.
Is it Mondays? Okay, I could be wrong on the day, but I know they're doing like a 2-for-1, right?
You know, it might be. I thought it was Monday. I'm almost sure that they're doing that on Mondays.
Okay. All right.
Good food. Dude.
I'm just trying to shout out because it's just amazing food, and if you're gonna take your
Lobster
lady out
ravioli.
or your special somebody out for a quick meal, or,
I mean, I know they have the dinner shows. They do the dinner shows. If you bring your tickets and you get preference and all that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was on Mondays that they were doing something very similar to that, the 2-for-1 dinner type of thing. Yes, yeah, it is Mondays. Yeah, it's 59. It's 55, 59, $59.99 on Monday night.
There
dinner,
it is.
for 2 people. That's correct.
Right.
Yeah, it includes your first course, your second course, and of course all your entrees.
Get out of here for $55.
$59.99.
Wow.
Hey, bro, and you know what? It's the vibe. The energy in that place is just out of this world, dude. I gotta be honest with you. And dude, you never know. You might have a celebrity sighting. Like you never know who's there. Bobby Wallison walks through the door. You know what I'm saying?
What is it? What's her name? Meryl Street has been through there. She came down to the George. Matt Rife is a regular at the George. He also spent some time downstairs at the Comedy Club.
Yeah, we forget about that. We forget about that. He was there a couple weeks ago.
Downstairs. Yeah. He was upstairs at the George, came downstairs, did a little segment down at the Comedy Club that they have.
Nice.
So don't forget, they have the George upstairs, and then when you walk out the door of the George, in the same entryway, you can go downstairs to the Speakeasy. Yeah. And it's
cool vibes. Have you been there?
No.
Every Friday.
Great
They run
vibes.
comedy shows on Fridays and Saturday nights.
I got to do that, Marco. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
I definitely want to
Yeah.
do that. I definitely want to do that.
I watched a
Yeah,
live
it's a
group
great
down there.
spot, man. It's a
Amazing.
great spot. And of course, Alex just announced he's opening up his new cigar bar.
Oh, he announced it. I saw the floors, dude. The floors look
Yeah,
amazing.
So, no, it's the secret's out. It's all out.
All right.
The old new cigars on Federal Hill is going to be unbelievable. There's memberships. There's 2 floors. They built a. I'm not a golfer, so I don't really know much about this, but I know they built a whole kind of what is it, like a video game golfing type of thing.
Oh, one of those
Screen-
the screen
simulator.
It's like a
Simulator.
green. Yeah, so a simulator. Yeah.
Pretty cool.
So they, I believe that's on the 2nd floor. It's unbelievable. What he's doing with that building is unbelievable. I don't know how they find
And I'm
the
sure they
money
have
to
like
do all
lockers
this
there. You
stuff.
can bring your own drinks. Like you can bring your whiskey if you
You
want.
bring your own drinks and stuff?
No, they have a full bar.
Oh,
Full
full
bar.
bar.
Yeah,
Oh
full bar.
wow.
It's
It's
a
actually
full-
it's a
gonna be
cigar
food and
bar
everything,
plus
so
wow.
Full restaurant, full bar. It's memberships.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's good to know.
Dude, we got to do that live show. The Bobby Couto. We got to do a live show there. We got to do it.
we gotta
Yeah,
go
we
there.
gotta do it.
That's the plan, as we discussed already. Yeah, man, that was the plan. We were definitely
Yes.
doing that. You know.
Yes, definitely.
But yeah, but listen, if you're looking to do something tonight, come on over down to the George, and then we're going to Moonshines tomorrow night. The George. Tomorrow night we'll also be at Moonshines hanging out there, and then of course the Hot Club. And then Saturday night in Fall River, swing by either Tequila Lime, swing by the Brew House. I'm not there this weekend, so I believe they might have something going on there this weekend as well.
Yeah.
But come on, it's always a great time there. You can swing by there, and if you're looking for something to do on Saturday night, you can also. I mean, obviously. The George is always doing their thing. They got the comedy show going on there Friday and Saturday. And, of course, Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Comedy shows. Tickets are on sale at nickscomedystop.com.
Social table events, Marco Andrade. Thank you so much, brother. Always appreciate the weekend update. Listen, man, we're keeping people, entertained. Otherwise, they'd just be bored.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny. We just had a kid hit me up. His name is AJ, and he's like, "Hey, I heard you on the Bobby Couto Show."
Oh, I love that.
This was like, I believe that was yesterday, Wednesday, and he hit me up. He's like, "Is anything going on tonight?"
Oh, I love that, dude. I love that.
It was awesome because I'm actually gonna take a picture and post it because I thought it was awesome when he hit me up and he's like, "I got you." on
That's
Bobby Couto
amazing.
Show. Like, Yeah, it was a new follow from my page, so that was outstanding. And like I said, and I think he actually ended up going out to the hot club last night. So.
Oh, that's amazing. That's why we do this, brother. That's why we do this, man. Connecting people, brother.
It's awesome, man. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, I appreciate you, brother, and have a great weekend. I'm sure I'll talk to you this weekend. Maybe we can hook up at some point and grab a bite.
Let's do it.
All right, brother.
Let's
Appreciate you,
All right,
Marco. Have a
buddy.
great night, man. Thanks for calling in. Hey, bye.
Later, bro.
Bye.
That show that they had last Saturday was fire. I was there.
Oh, that's right. You took your girl, right?
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was really good, honestly.
Well, obviously, she's still with you.
The first
Did you order a hamburger?
She hooked him.
What'd
She
you
hooked
order?
him.
I ordered a hamburger.
What did she order?
She ordered the chicken salad.
Okay.
She told
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she likes you.
Yeah.
So she's trying to keep.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
trying to like tell you something with the salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. no- oh my god.
Listen, a salad and a steak are two different things. It says a lot about a person. Think about it. Think about it. It's
Now you
two,
got-
it's two
now-
different
Now you
personalities.
got him overthinking it. You know what I mean?
It's two
Now
different
he's wondering.
personalities.
Don't
Yeah.
be doing that. I'm autistic. I'll overthink it, bro.
She's ordering the salad today, but if you continue with this, that she's buying that steak.
There you go.
She's buying
That's
that
fine.
steak.
That's
You're
fine.
going to get
I-
the steak.
That's fine.
She won't be the same person though. Just
That's okay.
remember that.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
That's funny. Well, Marco Android social table events. Thank you so much. My mouth is so dry.
Yeah, I know.
We've been at it for a minute. I want to get back to this real quick. So we're gonna get to your next video, and this is my favorite. Right, growing up in the city, and I think it's funny. We started the episode. And you're like, oh, dude, those videos with the kids, and they're like, hey, remember this? And dude, that's the
nostalgic,
That's the
yeah.
nostalgic, dude. It's such a great song. It hits home, and you know what? I think anybody can put stuff on paper, but it's got to make sense, and the words got to work right. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the talent comes from,
Yeah, and
right?
I think
That's where the
It's the sound and the editing, right? It's got to sound good.
Right.
I got to be intrigued, right? So that video was amazing, by the way, and you sounded really, really good, and that's what's gonna hook me, right? When you hear something that's not so great edited and the videos, it's like it creates a whole like
total package.
Yeah,
total
when
package.
you can bring it, like, and you did. You brought a package.
Yeah, no, that's my style, right? That's
Well,
I don't
I like
know.
it.
I think my style was, created through obviously life and all the music I heard, and that's how I want to deliver it. I don't know how many people like it, but
Who's
I'm
your
happy when they
inspiration?
do.
Yeah, but Josh, can I
Who's
say
the-
something real quick? It's and this is just I want to give you some credit, brother, because it's not easy, brother, to put yourself out there. You know, and then this is not me, but I come on the show, dude, and every time I come on the show, and people will be critical, but I put my heart out here, right? I take a chance every week when I come out here and have a conversation, and the same thing with you, bro, because you have a full-time job, you have a family, and yet you're still like, this is my passion, this is what I love to do, and I'm gonna do it unapologetically, bro. Like, I listen to your lyrics, and I hear what you're saying, dude. You're not writing your lyrics going, dude, they might not like this. Oh, that might not. No, dude, you're right in there. You're speaking from the heart, and that's where it matters. I think that's the most important piece of what you're doing. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Right.
please.
No, I appreciate it. No, that's where it's coming from. You know it. And then all my songs have like a story behind them. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to tell you something, right? Like my kids can listen to my music and there's lessons in there, right? There's things you should know about,
Absolutely.
and that's the
Absolutely.
key for me, right? Like I listen to music. I don't really have any one source of inspiration. I don't. I can point to all my favorite groups in each genre, and I'm sure collectively that's what created me from classic rock to alternative to rap, which that like '90s era, like I said, Dre, Snoop, Wu, Biggie, Pac, then M. Right, like that's kind of where we're at with the rap game.
Sure.
Like my core, right?
Yeah,
But
that was an era for sure.
it's just what I'm doing.
So, Josh, what do you? And I know this is probably the hardest question because if you asked me this question, I probably couldn't answer it. But I'm going to ask you: where do you see yourself with it? Is it something that you think you say to yourself, "Hey, I could do this for the rest of my life"?
No,
or
I think it's a hobby, right? And
Okay,
the
all
reason
right,
I have to
okay.
be realistic about it, right?
yeah.
We all have dreams, right? We're all chasing.
Sure.
Like I said, I got a song about hopes and dreams. You check that one out, right? When you have a chance, that's a good listen.
Absolutely.
But and that one's by my buddy Casey, who Santos, who's watching tonight. He
Oh,
was
shout out.
He's the beat maker on that and produced it. Awesome. Anyway,
There's Dark Spirit Studios too, right? Is
Doc
it
Saint,
Doc
Doc Saint
Okay,
Records.
okay.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
out of New Bedford.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what I mean? I met some good people, but I don't see it going like crazy, right? I don't see it going far. Now, do I hope one song reaches people and they like it and they celebrate it? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I hope for that? Yes, but I don't plan. I'm not like putting everything I got on it, right?
Right.
Because I got to be a realist, right? Like just like I want my kids to be. I have a career. I am settled in my career. I have stability for my family. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
for all intents and purposes, I'm adulting. Right,
Yes, right,
That's
right,
where I'm at. Right,
right.
Stable.
But
Right,
let's-
got a
okay.
retirement. I got
How about
healthcare,
10 years
I'm
from
paying
now?
for myself.
Are you still feeling the same way 10 years from now? Right? Because 10 years from now, your kids are pretty much on their, like, they're all adults, right? They're all,
10 years is a whole different person.
It is. Because
Yeah,
that's,
it is.
so guys,
100%.
that's where I'm at right now. Because I started this where you're at, where it was like, I had my home, my family, my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I'm cutting my grass every weekend, and this was always like my hobby,
Wanted
right?
to do it, right.
And I did it out of my house. Like it was, I had a room, like literally this part right here with Jody. Sorry, Jody, you're not in this. Right here, this was my studio in my home when I lived in Berkeley. And so now, like, I'm at a different point in my life, brother, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make an investment. Like I love this enough that I'm gonna take money out of my pocket. I'm gonna rent a place. I'm gonna get LLC. I'm gonna
Well,
get
it's so funny because you started and with no listeners.
nothing. I had a USB microphone.
You're starting from zero.
With
Yes,
like, you know,
that's
over 100 episodes on there now, right? Like,
Yeah, but what you don't understand is that like there's so many episodes before the episode.
right, and I missed all that, right?
Right,
crazy.
that kind of catapulted Bobby, right? So like when you look at there's so much other content that he had prior to this, and to see the it's pretty crazy.
So the only reason, Josh, I mentioned this is because it's like I almost see that for you, brother. And like, I'm not planning your future, but to say, you know, you invest in your life now, brother, and then 10 years from now.
Well, I mean, this was an investment for me, right? Like, I have to. It's not free to put your music on the internet. It's not
100%,
free to
dude.
make a
Costs
music
money.
video.
Yes, and you're asking people for time, right?
And I got
most valuable thing in the world. You're asking people for
and I
their
gotta
time.
market it, right? Like
Right.
I can't. Like
Yes.
I try not to sit idle on it, and you know, I'm trying to get it in front of people, right? I'm like, hey, play my video to everybody in the Fall River area on Facebook. You know, paying it's $100 to make people see that.
I think
right?
you're bigger than Fall River, but that's just me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, you know, so that's why that's where I went.
Yeah,
with
the
it.
sound
yes.
is that way.
Yes.
Right.
100%.
But again, there are so many people talented, and you'll never hear of them. For instance, no disrespect at all, right? How often? All of a sudden, you start showing up on my feed. I'm like, who's Bobby Couto?
Yeah,
Who's
no,
this guy?
true, of course,
Right?
same
I'm
thing,
like,
dude.
everybody's just talking to this guy. I'm looking at the people you're talking to you, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, you know, maybe one day I'll get on that show.
Brother, here you
right?
are,
Right? So I
man.
feel like I
love
made
that,
it
man.
now. You know what I mean? I'm on the Bobby Couto show.
My
So,
man.
to that point, there's many artists out there
Yeah,
that are doing things.
There's a
and,
lot.
And there are some crazy talented people out there that I don't come close to. But at the end of the day, I tell a story, and even some of the people that have big names, maybe they don't feel, maybe they feel the same way I feel.
Sure.
But people found them, they liked them, and then they that's it.
Absolutely.
Well, look at the event that we went to.
Yeah. Well, I was actually going to say that. Did you consider maybe Lit Summer? Have you heard about Lit Summer?
Yeah,
with Logo?
I'm performing.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
yeah,
Dude, we'll
yeah.
be there. We're
So-
doing it. You're going to sit down with us.
Right.
We'll be doing that.
I
Wow.
haven't performed in Fall River
Yeah.
in a long time. It's been since my buddy Brian Couto, who goes by Clive Bunker. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I have heard that.
Right. Brian Couto.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I think you know.
You might
do
be
know Brian.
related.
Well, you know how that goes, right? So
Probably.
so we started rapping together. Like, so the rap started, right?
Yeah.
Middle of high school, we started rapping, right? That's it. Where long hair got cut off, right? Started dressing different, started hanging with a different
Dude,
crowd.
Beastie Boys, bro.
With all the kids in the neighborhood, and we would just sit around and we'd be rapping like Bone Thugs and Harmony, rapping Wu-Tang together. Everybody had a part, right? We're all just
One of my favorite
singing
rappers.
Triumph, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And you know, just fast forward to house parties, we'd be rapping freestyle at house parties. And that's back in like, 98, 99, maybe 2000. And then I kind of just, I went my separate way with all my friends, right? Did the military thing,
Dude, life happens.
Right. Life happened, right?
Yep.
Kids, all that stuff. And I was out of it for a long time. Tried to make a little like, maybe I'll make some music. And at that point, I never made any music. And then at some point, I don't even know what year it was, 2005, I was like, oh, I'm going to record something. So I recorded like this, I got a computer, a microphone. I recorded like 16 bars, and I thought it was amazing, right? This is the best, right?
Yeah.
Somebody was having an open mic in Fall River. I went and I rapped it, and I was
Dude, that's so hard,
they're
bro.
like, wow,
Bro.
that's great, right? And then they thought there
Yes.
was more, and I'm like, no, I only got 16 bars, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
still,
leaving.
dude, the balls it takes to get up there. People don't know, bro.
Right.
They don't.
So then I'm done, right? Like I got, I transitioned from
We won't-
first life to second life. I mean, I'm on my third life. And that's hilarious. Just swap one letter. And
Right?
so
It's be a different interview.
during the second, oh man, that's a different one. The subscription service on that one. During the second life, I finally hooked back up with my buddy Brian. I see he's putting out, and he's going as Clive Bunker, and he's putting out music, side A, side B, and it's 2 awesome songs. And I'm like, I hit him up, I'm like, Brian, what's up, man? I was like, I've been getting into rap again lately, man. I'm feeling something. Come by the house.
Yeah.
So he comes by the house, and we're in the garage and whatever, and he
Dude, and now
plays-
technology is technology, right?
Right. So he brings an instrumental, and I'm like, I want in on this, right? And he's talking about, people being addicted to heroin and methadone, and calls it liquid handcuffs. So that was the first song. So I dropped 16 bars on that. So there's 3 verses in the song I dropped, and that was it. So that from that point, I think we made like 5 or 6 songs, and I don't even know when.
Awesome.
So this is going back though, like let's say 8 years ago, something like that. And then again, transition to my third life here, and then things finally got settled, and then as a kid, you're like, I want to make music. Yeah, it was rock and roll then, but
What a great time to live, huh?
it was. But then here we are now, and I'm like, hip hop's like that's on my mind, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I put out an album at like 42 years old. Now it's a small what do they call it?
EP.
EP, right?
Yeah,
5
EP.
songs. There was 5 songs on it, right? And I'd put 2 songs out. I was featured on 2
That's
songs.
5 more songs than I wrote.
prior
just
to
for the
that.
record.
That we put out that were really good.
I have
And then
negative 2
that one.
songs.
Yeah. so anyway, so there's some music out there, and that's kind of the gist of like the progression of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm happy to have it out there. I'm happy when people listen to it. Lots of lessons. One song, literally, that's the chorus. Adolescence, I had lessons to learn. Got it in the wrong direction. Wasn't questioning turns. I was a know-it-all, showing off, never concerned. I didn't give a fuck about respect till I learned. To the point of everything we talked about, like that was growing up.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that song that'll bring you from like middle school through high school. That's me and Clive Bunker. That's another good joint.
I'm starting to realize little by little that there's parts of my brain that I can't. There's the artist outside, and then I just heard him spit something. I'm like, I can't figure that out. Like, another part of the brain it doesn't work. Like the lights are out.
I can deliver it perfectly. I mean, I can deliver it better if
Good
you need
Lord.
to deliver it on
What
beat.
the hell's going on here?
Awesome, dude. I love it, bro. I
Oh
love
man,
it.
that's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I love
But
it.
yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again,
I get
and-
amazed when I
but-
hear people.
But you know what? Something happens because again,
What a skill.
I'm my hardest, worst critic, right? If
Oh,
you- if you-
100%.
right. So
Same
if
way.
you don't, if you're not
100%.
listening to this, going, "Wow, man, I think I got something here." Like,
I knew it when I see the world. I think that's the song, right? I think that was the one. I wrote that one. I was really feeling in a negative way. I wanted to write something bad, right? I was aggravated about something. And then my wife was like, no, you can't do that. We ended up doing something with that same beat that I said I couldn't do it on. We get to that later. But then, so I said to Jared, JP, Jared Pereira, JP Dirty River, that's my man right there.
Nice.
He's the beat maker, producer
Shout out.
on most of my stuff.
Yep.
And
does he come to you? Not to get off your subject.
no, I gotta, well, we work together, but
Yeah.
I gotta call him up like, hey man, I'm ready to do something.
And so he'll be like, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah. He's like, I'm like, Jared, I need a good beat, something that's gonna make me not want to hurt people, right? So he sends me a group of beats, and I found that one for I See the World, and I'm like, this is it, right? So I was walking in circles. I wrote the first verse, the chorus, and part of the second verse in like one sitting, which is very rare, right? Doesn't always happen like that.
Yeah.
And the next morning, I'm with my wife. I'm like, honey, I got to show you something. I got to share this with you. So I share it with her. I swear, we were shedding tears. It was that because it felt that good at the moment, and it was still raw, and it was new, and it felt so like right,
Yeah.
But,
Like the universe, like it was divine. It's just
sometimes
meant to
I know
happen.
it's
Absolutely.
good, right? Like I know I wouldn't try to play a song for you that I thought sucked, right? But is it good enough to make it like big time? No, and that's why I'm a realist, right? Like I don't know. Could it be? Sure. There's gatekeepers. We talked about them, right?
Absolutely.
But again, there is how many people who rap in the United States, right?
Yeah,
A
'cause
million?
but no
A million?
fairness,
right?
did you
There's
hear Post
so
Malone
many.
when he started?
No.
Like, you've never heard Post Malone when he started?
Is it is a very specific
Can
song?
you-
When
Jody,
I
can we-
started balling, I was young.
Jody, can we do that?
Yeah.
Can you find that for us,
Yeah, I
please?
got you.
Again,
So-
I think it was the character they were selling.
You talk about gatekeepers,
Clearly.
and then you wonder to yourself, like to your point, like, bro, I try to create the best I can create. Right, this is a masterpiece.
And Post
It's
Malone just
gourmet.
grabs the mic and just talks into
Dude,
it.
wait till you see this, and somehow the dude gets a contract, and you say to yourself, how did
the
this?
character? The character.
Yeah, it is
at
again.
him.
It's the character. You
Look
got to be
at
able
him.
to. You
It's
got to
the
be marketable. You
character
got the
to be
shock
marketable.
value. All
Yes.
that.
Is this the one?
How many?
No, this isn't it.
How many people
This isn't
aren't?
it. It's the,
Are you talking about the one before he got
no,
famous?
dude. It's yes, before he got
Yeah,
famous.
he's like dances, a white
I
background.
love
I got you, I got you, I got you.
love you. You love me. You see that? Yeah, it's crazy, dude. But again,
I don't
he doesn't even
care.
have. I don't even
I
think he
feel
has
like that's what he
tattoos
would
on his
sing.
face. Look, dude. Oh, we're gonna get
This is it.
Yeah.
do it. 10, 9. Dude.
No, it's not. Are you serious?
All right. You gotta stop it. They're gonna boot us. So, dude, that's Post Malone.
Yeah.
That's Post Malone,
Right.
bro.
Do you have a video like this out there?
I hope not. There's a chance, but I hope not. I don't know.
So my point is, like, even for bringing that up, is the idea that he didn't give up.
Yeah.
Like he had
Right.
something. He started with something, and however that was, however it started, he continued to whatever that, and he made the character Post Malone. And now, like, who's a bigger artist than Post Malone?
Yeah,
Right?
There isn't many like him.
So, like,
At
it's,
his
it's
level,
that,
it's just
it's that
crazy.
progression, dude. It's the progression. And again, is it a gatekeeper or like somebody like Ed Sheeran? Ed Sheeran was famous for his music on YouTube, right? And that's how he got discovered. So,
Luke Combs. I mean,
yeah, there are a few that you're
the
right.
list goes on.
Oh yeah,
Right,
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but so am somebody going to listen to my video one day and be like, "Oh yeah, that's it. That's the guy." I don't know. Probably not. And so do I hope it happens in the back of my mind? Of course I do, right? Like I'm not making it for nothing, right?
All right, so let me ask you a
making-
question. Let's say that does happen.
Yep.
Are you ready for the next level?
Yeah, I could do something like that. Why
Okay.
not?
He looks ready.
But
He looks ready.
well, but it has to be.
So you're
have
trying
a
to be.
family.
So you're trying to be. Yeah, you're trying
Like
to be
Nelly
realistic.
Furtado calls and says, "Hey man, I want you to do 16 bars on my next hit."
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man.
Right. That's easy, right? It's when it's becoming like it's going to
career.
consume your life,
Yeah.
a career. That's totally different, right?
What
right
would you
now-
do? What would you do
What do you mean? What would I do? It all depends.
if you were presented with a contract,
But what's the contract? You got to talk about the money.
big time?
You're going to
What's
Vegas.
big time?
We're going to Vegas.
You go big time. You go.
going
You go
Vegas.
on the big stage.
Yeah, you can do it, bro.
Yeah, but just the big
Would
stage
you- would
one
you-
time.
No,
How much-
no.
They're
building
going to
it.
sign a deal.
Because
They're
for me-
signing a
for-
deal.
for me to-
What do you do? Because
me
you
to
know
t-
what happens
right.
in your life.
For me to turn my back on Fall River, right, and the job that I do and all that stuff.
So you're saying you wouldn't do it?
I didn't say I wouldn't do it. There's definitely an equation or a formula, if you will, that would get me to do it. There's nothing. There's nothing about it. There's something.
So
but
given the opportunity, you would take it then?
I think I would, but
You
it
would.
would be made.
Oh yeah,
The
you think
decision
you
would be made with me and my family.
Sure.
I wouldn't make it
100%.
alone. You know what I mean? I got my wife, I got my kids. So
Yeah, I mean,
family
'cause
first.
their lives get changed as well.
Family
I mean,
first.
Yeah, but this for you is good for them. You know what I mean?
So is it? So I don't think it's a selfish thing to be like, listen, I've worked my ass off. I'm a firefighter.
Yeah, but
I've
when,
done
dude?
this.
When?
And
It's hard. He still has young kids. It's hard.
Sure.
You have a young child.
Sure,
Like I have adults.
100%.
My kids are like, yeah, dude, stop calling me. Go do it. You know what I mean? Like,
And I get
Listen,
it.
I got a song called "Family First." Again, I'm gonna shout out all my songs.
I love
today.
it,
I'll
dude.
give you the
Shout them
title.
all out,
Yeah,
bro.
so
Shout them
yeah.
all. I got the whole list.
I think the answer's right there.
If we had 3 hours, I'd
That's
play
it.
every single one of them.
It's family first. But yeah, I'm not a fool either, though. I wouldn't
No,
pass
right,
up the
sure.
opportunity to provide my kids with wealth, generational wealth, if you will.
Correct.
Why would I do that? But again,
Be like an in and out kind
right,
of thing.
the same trap we're in, though, that we're talking about is
Yeah.
letting them live too comfortably. They don't learn how to survive on
I
their
don't.
own.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you gotta
yeah.
put in
Look
like
at Shaq, man. Shaq said none of his kids. None of his
It's
kids.
so funny. I get it, but dude, those kids still live a beautiful life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not getting into the money. That's what he said.
That's what he says.
I believe it. I believe it. With Shaq, I believe it. You listen to him. You'd actually be very shocked. His philosophies, how he thinks. I'm telling you,
What he says is very appealing.
He's
Yes,
a very
I agree.
consistent person. He
But-
doesn't really deviate from
But
anything he's
I'd
ever
probably say the
said.
same thing. I'd be like, my kids are getting shit. And then I'd leave them everything. You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, you probably leave him a small loan.
I think there's a better chance that your show goes big before mine.
How about
man, I don't know.
you can't access the money until you're 45? Because if you need the money by 45, you're fucked.
Yeah,
right?
true that.
So make the age later and consider it like a bonus.
All right.
Right.
Like you've worked your ass off. Yeah, you've made it.
Yeah.
Now you can get the money.
Dude, you're gonna perform at Lit Summer. That's gonna be the start of it right there. It's all gonna start.
Yeah.
Jody, when is Lit Summer? Let's talk to us, buddy.
All right, so okay, no, I'm not muted. All right, so Lit Summer is actually July 11th. It's going to be at the Bernardo's Boxing Event Center. And where's that located, Bobby?
That is 403 Anawan Street at the Bernardo Event Center.
So 403 Anawan Street. It's gonna be 2 to 6 is free it's a community event. You can bring your children for free haircuts, free face painting. They're gonna have little sketch pads where your children can draw on. They'll teach them dance lessons. There's a whole bunch of stuff for the kids to have fun.
Bring cash.
Oh, the
Tips.
iPads, the iPad experience there, right?
Yeah,
The iPad experience.
the sketch to go or something like
And
that.
they have a bunch of vendors.
Tip these people. Yeah, tip
Yeah,
these
they have a
people.
bunch of
Bring some
vendors.
cash with you.
The vendors are
tip them
great.
a little bit.
yeah, and they're awesome.
deserve it.
Last year was amazing. This year is gonna be 10 times better.
Yeah. We're there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
The Bobby Couto Show
the
and
Bobby.
Ant's Late Night Show are coming together.
Yep, gonna be collabing on that.
Ant's gonna sit on my lap the whole show. The whole show. I'm gonna pretend like he's a puppet.
You know,
I'm gonna be a ventriloquist.
stop it.
What?
Stop it.
Why not?
I think you guys can pull it off.
I think we could. I'm gonna do it.
I think you
What
can
do you
pull
think?
it off.
Let's start holding by the back.
You just have to put the lines right over
Yeah,
here.
yeah, the little lines right there, no?
Little goatee
We'll
lines.
do a ventriloquist.
and then-
It's gonna be a great time, man. And I'm so glad to hear that you're gonna be performing there, dude. That's just kind of a bonus.
You gotta do that in your own city, right? The opportunity.
Absolutely,
And
dude.
I've never tapped
It was
into the
interesting.
local
It was
hip-hop
it was
community.
actually interesting. We went. Was it the last
Last
summer?
year,
Yeah, it was interesting. It was very different. It was nice to be there. It was something different than I normally would ever attend.
You know what's
maybe
funny?
it's because I'm so busy, right? But like,
Yeah.
it was nice to go to a place and just see. I don't know. The whole thing was just done well.
Well, and I'll say
It was
this:
good.
people were concerned about like safety. They're like, "Oh, is it going to be that?" You know what? I tell you what, everybody that was there
I didn't
was
feel any of that.
supporting someone else. Like
Yeah.
everybody. That's the one thing that I took away from that is that every artist that was there, they have their own characters. Obviously, everybody's a character, right? We carry a persona and a character, but
It's
they were.
interesting. Yeah.
Nobody was fighting. They were all supporting each other.
I think we have to give credit to your boy Logo for that though, because he puts it all together. He's picking all the talent.
Yeah, he does a great job.
And I think the credit has to go to him because listen, you can
Bubba's
pick,
Box is going to be there.
really see that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
like anybody. I mean, he can invite anybody he wants,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that can come at a cost sometimes, right?
Sure.
He's very selective with who he brings.
Well,
over
I think because
he
it's who
wants
it
the
is.
event-
These people are
Yeah,
they're aspiring
yeah,
artists.
yeah,
These are people
yeah,
like
yeah,
you, Josh,
yeah.
that really love the passion of music
Yeah.
and they're creating something and they have a persona and they have an account and they want to spread that information.
yeah.
So, to me, it's a great
Yeah, there's no-
opportunity
I've
for
no- yeah, no
anybody.
tension
And even
there.
if you're not performing, to show up, support Aaron Bernardo, man. Like that's
Yeah.
an amazing organization. Support local and like to your point, man, support the city. You know, everybody talks shit about the city. But when we do events like this and everybody comes together, dude, you see something special, and that's like everybody's involved. People care. You know what I mean?
And you know what he should do?
What?
Bernardo boxing. You know those punch machines?
Oh, the
He should
punch
have
one?
he should have one
That's
there.
your liability.
Right? Wait, he should have one there.
Yeah.
And then you can come up and you can punch it.
Yeah.
And then he could teach you a few things right there. How to punch. Everybody that
Oh,
comes
I'm
up.
sure that's what he wants.
That would be cool. No, come
I'm
on,
sure.
man.
We're actually working together, him and I.
I think that'd be a great idea. I'm
Doing
I'll
Studio
talk to
B
him.
Sports Network. We're going to be
That's
doing.
smart.
We're going to be doing some
That's
work
a
together
smart, yeah.
at Bernardo Boxing. I don't know if
Nice.
you know Aaron.
I've heard about it. Yep.
Dude, you know what? I'm like, this is live, so I can't renege. So tickets for you. Next show we do, I get you some tickets. We'll get you some VIP tickets
take
for
some
you
bets.
and your family. You come hang out with us for a minute. You know what I mean?
The sports one?
Yeah, it's boxing.
Yeah,
it's a
nice.
boxing event. It's an
Yeah.
amazing. It's actually like it's like a triple crown. So we did the Studio B Spring Swing. That was last month. It was an amateur boxing event, and then we're going to be doing it's at the Marina, something Marina. I'll just say right now, I'm sponsoring that event too. So that'll be a Studio B sponsored event, and then it's the Gates to the City, and that's
To
at the
Trident.
Gates-
Great
the-
time.
to the Trident, and that's a huge event. So
Great time.
I
Anytime
love-
you get those outdoor ones, it's always
Dude,
the
it's
best.
amazing, yeah.
Because you're in the elements, you're hearing all the noise behind you. It's really, really, really cool.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if you're aware, but he has about 80 kids in that building every single day that go in there to learn the sport, to
Yeah,
do
it's
exercise.
Nice.
And most of those kids don't pay a single dime. Like he takes care of everything for these kids. And so, he's built something amazing there. And I say to myself, like, I am the biggest advocate of investing in our children. Like that's the future, bro. If we're not investing in our kids, then the future is very,
Right.
very meek, right? But in this case, Aaron is one of those people that is building the next generation. He's showing these kids accountability, what it's like to get punched in the face, and not only that, what it feels like.
Absolutely.
Because when you know what it feels like, dude, you don't want to hurt others that way. You know what I mean? And he teaches that, dude, the fundamentals of what's
Well,
actually.
I think we got to bring back a little bit of the toughness back to men.
Well,
also,
I-
too.
yeah,
and,
I
and I
agree.
think sometimes, as boys, we got to get roughed up a little bit.
You know,
and I
you-
think it's a great place. I
average
did
mom-
I did a little bit of training when I was younger.
Yep.
I did some grappling and all that, and I loved being in it because you're right. If you get punched in the face,
The danger.
you have a feeling you're like,
yes.
all right,
The danger.
I don't want to
of-
get punched in the face again.
Right.
Yes. The
So-
danger of complacency, the danger
Yeah,
of not allowing
yeah.
your child or your daughter,
Yeah,
your
to
son or
get
your
hurt.
daughter to not be able to protect themselves
That's
is
wild.
more dangerous than allowing them to go out there and not protect themselves at all. They have a choice of being a victim or not a victim, right?
Yeah,
And I think in most
And
cases,
the discipline that comes with it. Too.
someone who can defend themselves never fights.
No.
you know what I mean? Like, there's no need. You know what I mean? There's never a
Absolutely.
need. But again, I don't want to get too far off
Yeah,
that, but I
yeah.
just want to shout out to Aaron and everything he's doing over there. Any
Great
opportunity
job.
I ever have to shout him out, it's that. What do you got going on, bro?
All right. So right now it's springtime. So
Yeah.
we have exteriors, right? So now I'm getting some phone calls coming in. It's important that when you do call in, I mean, if you need your exterior painted, call in now. You don't want to wait any longer because eventually these spots we get swamped, as all painters do, get swamped for the whole season. And then we can't. There's only so many jobs we can take. You know what I mean, per crew. So if you have an exterior or interior, regardless, give us a call 774-322-3427. Mention the Bobby Couto Show, and you get 10% off.
10%.
I'm mentioning that after you give me the price, though.
Exactly.
Smart,
Say
my
it-
man.
say it
Smart.
after.
Smart. Say it after.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Josh, what do you got going on, buddy?
Well, obviously, I got nothing going on in the music industry right now because I'm working. I have that new day job. I get some very important work I'm trying to get accomplished here in nationally. Actually, I'm working on changing some fire codes right now.
Oh wow.
So obviously,
This is NFPA?
yep, through my
Okay.
job.
Okay.
I'm the assistant city fire marshal, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get recalled sprinklers looked at. Right. So right now, there's nothing in the code that makes you look for them.
Oh wow.
Nothing. Not a damn
Well,
thing.
that's a great point. You know, I deal with a lot of that, and I'm in the facilities maintenance industry,
Yeah.
and so you're right, dude.
There is not one bit of code in NFPA 25, the inspection, testing, maintenance of water-based fire protection systems, that has you look at recalled components. It mentions if you know about them, you got to do something about it, but nothing makes you look at them. So,
Yeah, but how would I know, right? Like, so if this is my business, right?
Right. So you're only going to know if you're paying attention. Like, in what building owner knows, right? No, they don't know.
Right.
Building owner owns the building. You're just like worried about paying the bills. I got to pay the sprinkler company to come look at it, thinking they're probably going to look for it. But there's nothing in there that makes them look for it.
Gotcha.
So what we're trying to do here in the city, and we're working with some other partners, the NFSA, National Fire Sprinkler Association, is we're trying to get this code changed. And we haven't submitted it yet. We're very close to it. I'm giving a presentation on it at the Fire Prevention Association of Massachusetts conference on the 18th and the 19th. To try to drum up some support.
Nice.
And it's a big process to change an NFPA.
Dude, how do you even get to that? Like, how does that even come up?
Well, it was something that I noticed was an issue that needed to be looked at, right? Because it's just, you've seen the news, you heard about the Gabriel House fire.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's no secret that there was a recalled sprinkler head somewhere in that building, right? That's pretty well known. Just Google it right now.
Yep.
Google recalled sprinkler. That's the first thing that's going to pop up is the Gabriel House.
Yep.
So we know there was at least one sprinkler head there that didn't go off based on court records and the conversation between the owner and their fire sprinkler company. In fact, this fire sprinkler company says they told them, whatever time before that, and that's all court documents.
Sure.
So recognizing that there is, what are these people arguing about, right? Look into it. What are they arguing about? Whose fault is it? What's going on, right? And I'm not here to put any blame. I don't know the circumstances.
Sure, right.
What I know is, if recalled sprinklers are in a building, there's nothing that makes you look at them.
Right.
And I'm like, that's wrong. We got to be able to look at them. And come to find out, it's not even necessarily the fact that it was recalled. It's the fact that it was an O-ring sealed sprinkler. Like the way it's constructed is with an O-ring. But if you've ever used O-rings if you worked mechanical at all, you know they rot out, they
Eventually,
corrode, they
always.
get sticky,
Right.
they bind.
Absolutely.
So what happens with the sprinkler heads is when they go to activate, they can't because the rubber corroded to the point where it won't separate.
Right.
So all I'm trying to do, and this is like one of the big projects I'm taking on at work, is just trying to get the code changed on a national and on a state level so that people
That's
are
so smart.
protected. There's still about, I would say, at least estimates would be like 13 million of them out there. Still.
Wow.
In facilities. So in Fall River, we went out and we looked. We found them in at least 4 occupancies in the city where they were still installed. And obviously, we let the people know, and they made, they corrected it right away.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
But again, it's not our job to look for those.
No,
either.
no, right, exactly, exactly.
Right. This falls on
Whose job is it?
I'd say the sprinkler company. Like I would hold my sprinkler
Well,
company
you
responsible.
would think so.
That's
right?
what I would think.
But they're saying, hey, we're following the inspection protocols in NFPA 25.
Sure.
It's not us.
Oh, so it's the state.
Right.
So it's nobody because it's not.
But
in
if
the
I,
code.
as a property manager, right? If I'm going, hey, listen, hey, free shout out, Yankee sprinkler. Listen, guys, I want you to go through my site when you do the sprinkler testing. I want you to check the heads and I want you to replace them. I can request that, but the question is, am I requesting that?
But that's if you're requesting
Yes,
it.
right,
Nobody's requesting
right.
it. Now you think that we had a little bit of a PR thing going for a
Oh,
minute.
dude, nobody knows this. I love this.
So the chief talked about it a little bit during the after action report that he released, and he talks about it, and it's like, hey, if you got them, check it out. And New Bedford found a couple buildings as well. Same thing, had them all checked, but we can't search every single building, right? We got, I don't know the number off the top of my head, but let's say there's 1,000 buildings in the city that
Dude,
have
I think like
sprinklers.
the Wall Street, like that building, like you know what I mean, like that massive building. I worked in that building,
Right.
and the lines of pipe in there, it'd be almost impossible, bro.
Right. So it's simple, right? Because they got to get inspected from the floor level.
Yes.
Every year they get inspected from the floor level.
Yep.
Even quarterly, right?
Yep.
They get looked at. So when they look at them, what we're saying now is just see if it's recalled. And then someone's just say, we're going to stare and look at everyone. No, because there's also another thing in the code that says you're supposed to have a list of all the ones installed on your property in your spare sprinkler cabinet.
Yes.
Nobody's asking for
got
that.
in
You know
trouble for
why?
that.
Because nobody's looking for that.
Nobody's
if
looking for
if
that.
you got in trouble for that somewhere,
Yeah, I did.
I'm
In
so-
Boston, once.
Thank
Once.
God.
Once.
I'm happy
Once.
that someone's doing it.
Once.
I
You
did
open the
hear-
box.
I think I heard that Boston does have that. So that's been a standard in NFPA 25 since I think 2014.
Yep.
Right.
And
So
they enforced it.
but nobody else is enforcing it.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
So crazy. Though.
it's just crazy because that's like this. You don't even know hidden danger.
Sure.
Right. You think you're safe and you're not.
And the worst part is after the fact, right? You
So
didn't
who's-
know until
so
it's
someone-
too late.
Yeah, but we've known about this for how long now? these O-rings?
The sprinkler recalls happened 20 years ago. But 20 years ago, UL stopped listing these sprinklers for use.
Yes.
You had to stop using
Right.
them 20 years ago.
But where's the
we got to use
but
certain
where's
we have to use certain fire alarms, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
it
changes.
So it changes. Why haven't we updated this? Like, why is it not considered the same fucking thing?
So here's what happened. They put a recall out. So, all right, it's a recall.
Okay.
Every time there's a recall, do you know about it?
No,
Neither do I.
no.
Right?
But
There's
you
a
have to
recall.
change all of that shit. Why not just install fucking things that don't have these O-rings,
Well,
right?
so no,
right?
so in that since that era, 20 plus years ago, they stopped doing it.
Bro,
You need the leadership
They
for
wrap
that.
pipe in asbestos, brother.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
need
The leadership.
Right. And then
leadership
so,
for that.
so the point of the recall, you know what the recall was called? It was a voluntary recall. Now, to you, what does that mean? Oh, I don't have to do it, right?
have to do it.
But when you hear voluntary recall, you think you got to do it? No, I don't think I have to do it. I think I'm good. It's like when you hear vaccine, you think you'll never get it.
Yeah,
Well, joke's on you.
Yeah,
so
right.
with the voluntary thing, they got to get rid of the word voluntary.
Sure.
All it meant was that
Yes.
the company came forward and said we need to recall these things.
Even
So
if a car had a warranty and it was a recall on the wheels or the ball bearings because your wheels could fall off, right? We don't have to say, if we say involuntary or voluntary, you don't have to. I think most people be like, no, I'm bringing my car in,
and that's fine.
common sense.
Right. That's fine.
Why isn't that common sense?
Common sense is because if I have a 5,000 square foot building, that's cool. I can take care of that.
Yeah.
But if I own a building the size of Amazon, imagine the cost for me to.
Yeah.
For that recall, they were paying for it.
Yeah.
For the massive recall, where there was like 45, I don't know. I don't want to say.
So they should do rebate, like a rebate.
At that time, for such a period of time, they would pay for it.
Oh, wow.
And then the pay for it period of time expired over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So now when you find them, it's on you, but it's just nobody's looking. So
Right.
I'm going to make.
Everyone's so concerned about your energy use, right? But they're not concerned about
Life safety.
Life safety,
Yeah.
where these sprinklers might not engage. They might not go off,
Right.
Because we refuse. There's other things that are much more important.
There was a
than this.
study
That's
done.
insane to me.
4% of all sprinklers that are tested are that same type of sprinkler. So the argument can be made that 4% of sprinklers across the country are recalled sprinklers. Wow.
So how many,
Dude,
so how
that
many
number
times,
that doesn't even compute when you think like how many sprinkler heads that is.
Yes, dude.
Doesn't even compute.
Think
dude.
about that for a minute.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
sprinklers.
Yeah.
Like
That's
I
a
said,
lot
there's
of
an
sprinklers.
estimated like 13 million of them out there still. Just from that one major recall, maybe some,
At any
millions
given
out.
Hey,
time.
we might be onto something.
Yeah, dude.
Start a company and we just start replacing these things.
Well, the companies already exist, right?
Yeah, but-
It's
yeah.
the it's
Yeah,
just,
but we just do recalls.
it's just the law.
No, we're just a recall company. We just go into places and be like, hey, Josh, we talk after the show.
Okay,
I don't wanna-
what kind of license? do we
yeah,
have
we'll
to
talk
get
to
there?
Josh after the show.
Yeah.
I think I have a business idea.
Don't give out too
I got a
much,
business
right?
idea right here. I think we're going to be great.
Give
Well,
them away.
think about it. I mean, it's a problem that needs to be solved, right?
Yeah.
And no one seems to be doing it.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
There you
I
go.
got
See,
you
my man's got it.
I got
Look,
your back.
see, I'm moving in on it.
Well, because it's so important. Because let's say we take you out of the equation.
Nobody's doing
There's
nothing.
nobody's
Nobody's
doing
doing
it.
it. Right.
Nobody's looking at
You know,
it.
and you would have thought that after the Gabriel House, there would have been many people trying to say, "Well, wait a minute."
Yeah, but that's momentary.
We can't have
That's
You know,
momentary.
so someone's life is
Do
momentary.
you remember Kermil?
No, and I get it. 100%.
It's
100%.
momentary. It's momentary. We
Yeah.
don't remember what it was like to have a fire that extravagant. That fire
Well,
was.
no, we had one. We had one at the.
Had a couple of big mill
yeah,
fires.
big,
that
it
burned
wasn't
to
that
the
long
ground.
ago. It wasn't that long
Yeah.
ago.
But
So,
nobody,
like-
it was during the nighttime, so not too many watched it
Yeah,
burn to the
right.
ground.
Yeah, really.
Right down with 8th Street there, whatever, down the
Yeah.
Border City Mills.
Yeah, didn't
Border City
Mid
Mills.
City Scrap just have a massive fire too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? Was it metal just caught fire or was it?
It was. It was.
Probably
It
the
was.
plastic in the
it was.
cars
It was the.
and the
It was
rubber.
within the rubber. It was all within
Right.
the whole. It was a pile.
Was this the
caught on fire.
junkyard?
Yeah.
Oh, was it, I thought it was. I
junkyard.
thought it was just like the metal. The you know what I'm saying?
Right. It's all the
No.
stuff after the metal. After they ripped the metal out, I think it's all that stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't go, but that was my guess because it was black. It
They
wasn't
said
like,
that
wasn't the
anybody
woods.
living within a mile and a half from that place
Yeah,
should
your
be
wa-
getting their groundwater tested.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're saying that they believe it's a lot of
wells. A lot of wells.
a lot of that
yeah.
gets seeped in. So, dude, it's funny. They want you to test the water because they're a mile and a half away, and these guys are walking in the freaking place wearing these suits and not even having the proper, decontamination setups to get these forever
Bro,
chemicals off their
leadership
body,
sucks,
dude.
bro.
Well,
this all comes from the fucking top, bro.
Yeah, well, you know what? Again, you know what? I think
Always
the
the
important thing
top.
is that we talk about it, right? Not talking about it. People are like, oh, well, no. This is things
Yep.
we need to bring to the forefront
Yep.
because if we're not talking about it, nobody cares.
Bobby, the money's always there.
The money's there.
It just got shifted.
The money's there.
The money got shifted.
Yeah,
they
the
said,
money's
"Fuck
there.
you, fuck you, fuck you." We're just gonna take this, put it over here,
yeah.
and then
Somewhere.
you're paying the guy that fucking that
Dude, the taxes
whatever,
have been going up
right?
all along.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%.
all
You're
along.
paying
100%.
for somebody else to put solar panels on there.
There it is. There it is.
That's what you're
100%.
paying for.
Correct.
100%.
And
While
all
they
kickbacks, all
simultaneously
kickbacks.
tell you that you can't use this, or this anymore.
Yeah.
By the way, you have to go this route. You're going to pay for everybody to go this route, and you can't use gas no more.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
well,
dude.
well, Well, look,
Mass-
not for
dude,
nothing, but look at Comcast.
He just
we have
described
nobody.
mass save. That's what he just
That's
described.
what I did for you.
That's mass save.
And
That's exactly what it is.
It's like a criminal enterprise.
100%.
Stealing us not only of survival at the end of
Yes,
the day, because
absolutely.
we're not even going to be able to
Right.
sustain that.
And you know what?
It's
And listen,
unrealistic.
if you are speeding on the Mass Pike,
what a
listen,
fugazi,
you
huh?
were speeding on the Mass Pike today, so we're going to shut your car off. And by the way,
Yeah.
we're shutting off your air conditioning too while we're at it.
And since you drove over 2,000 miles this month, we're going to tax on a little tax there. We like to call the over mileage tax.
Yep.
Welcome to
The
Massachusetts.
congestion tax.
Just so we can save the planet with our what? What's our percentage of
What's
Massachusetts
carbon?
towards? Yeah. Point
whatever.
zero
Zero zero zero zero zero
Well,
zero
maybe with a
zero
one in there
one.
somewhere.
So
Meanwhile,
we'll crush the homeowners, crush
Yeah.
the residents.
yeah.
Yeah, we should just get rid of people and cows.
So the question is always this,
Because
guys.
those are the two big contributors to global
Right,
warming.
yes, methane.
is people
And-
and fucking cows.
and cows.
Yeah.
Is it bad enough
That's
yet?
the left
that's
logic.
the question I always
It's
ask.
wild.
That's the wild.
Is it bad
Someone
enough yet?
sold us. Who sold us? Al
It's
Gore.
not.
Al Gore sold us on this. He was the creator of this, by the way. Global warming was created by
Dude, John Kerry, dude. You see John
no,
Kerry?
no, it was before him. It was Al Gore. wasn't it?
Yes, him and John Kerry. Like,
Yeah.
Gore wrote it, and John Kerry drove the plane. Like that's. You see that guy, dude? You see him?
Yeah, I can't believe it's
It's necessary that I fly everywhere to tell you that it's bad for you to fly everywhere.
Anyway, yeah.
That's it.
And you're going to pay for the
And
bill
you're
of me
gonna pay for it.
flying.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Wild,
Term
bro.
limits. That's all I can say.
Amen to that,
dude,
bro.
Term
Dude,
limits.
at some point, people have to see this, right? You would think that most people would see the hypocrisy in this. Why can't they see this?
Tell them enough, and they'll
You
believe
can
it.
listen. They
Tell
can,
them enough,
They
and
can.
they'll believe it.
They can point at me and say, "Hey, hypocrite! You're finding
what
hypocrisy,
Stalin
right?
did.
If I say something that's hypocritical." To the opposite side, they're gonna call me a hypocrite. Oh, you're a hypocrite because you said this, but you're really doing this. But when I say, wait a minute, that's hypocrisy, but you believe this, like you believe this whole narrative, then all of a sudden hypocrisy goes right out the door. It does. It's not hypocrisy anymore. How is it that we can't see the both? Like I try my best to make sure that I try to fall like middle of the road. I want to be. I want to be there. I don't want to be on one more on the left or on the right. I think both parties have their own fucked up issues, right? But like it's wild that there's so many people that cannot question their own party. Questioning your own party is you're going against us.
Yeah, but that's part of it. That's
But
part
that's
of
but that's everybody.
That's part of it. So,
Polarized it. It's-
so do you know? This is and probably walk us out of here at this point.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah, we got a little.
I'll say this because I think encompassing everything we talked about in this episode, you know, I come to one word. One word comes to my mind, and I think without this, when you remove this from anything, from regardless if you're human, if you're an animal, whatever it is, when you remove purpose, there is no driver. When you have no reason, when you have nothing to move you forward, then that's what happens, David.
Yeah,
you become a Democrat. You become a Republican.
Yeah.
You become something that is being shoved down your throat. You're not even accepting it.
No.
You're just it just becomes
You
who you
just
who
consume it.
you
You
are.
just
Why?
consume it, yeah.
Because people don't have purpose. And I think if people had purpose, brother, your purpose, you know what your purpose is. You know what your purpose is, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Not distracted,
If
yeah.
people had purpose and they just stayed true to their purpose, then you wouldn't have any of this bullshit. But
What a
people are
mindfuck.
looking for a reason, bro. People want a reason. And they'll do whatever it takes to get it. They don't want to earn it,
Yes.
right? They don't want to earn it. They
don't
just
want
want it. They just want the title. They just let me do it. It's
Yeah.
funny. I was talking to my
Entitlement.
daughter. And she has she's a manager and employees and everything else. And she's like, I have an employee, and she keeps saying that she wants to be a manager. She wants to be a manager. I'm like, well, if she's telling you that she wants to be a manager, then probably she shouldn't be a manager, because any manager that I've ever hired was already a manager when I hired them. Right? I didn't have to tell them to be a manager. They encompass the role. Right? Somebody that cares about their job and they're really, really good at it, they automatically start becoming a manager before they're a manager. I'm going to you, hey, you're a great manager. Now you're a manager. I'm going to pay you for that. Right? So, again, is that what we're offering our children? Is that what we're offering? Not even our kids, like even a generation of young adults that have no purpose in life. They don't have driver's license. They don't have cars. They don't know what it's like to care about someone else.
Yeah.
Where's the purpose,
Where's
bro?
the purpose?
Where's the purpose? And
Well, they're running on autopilot, is what it seems.
Yeah,
Right? It's just autopilot.
Yeah.
It's
That's what it is.
It was the easy button.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. They
And
want
they,
everything.
and they just coast.
They want to do nothing and get
They
everything. like
want
you said.
100%.
Listen,
Yeah.
they ask for nothing. They
Yeah.
want nothing. They don't say, "Hey, Dad, I want to do this." And it's just they wake up. There's a routine. I wake up. I brush my teeth. I get dressed. Go to school. Come home. Do my homework. Watch a little bit of TV. Have dinner. Bed. And that's what they do all the time.
Mhm.
And they're on their phones and tablets for whatever time in between. And that's it.
But see,
That's the auto.
okay,
that's the
but when you
autopilot.
insert
That's the
purpose,
autopilot. Yeah.
sports, for example,
Sports.
that's purpose, right?
Extra curriculum.
Yeah.
Stay,
I know,
stay in-
I know,
stay
but
in
you know what?
school a
though?
little longer.
Nonetheless,
No, it does have. It does.
Right?
It offers something better than nothing.
So if
I'll
I'm a
give you
kid in
that.
school and I'm not really good at school, if I love baseball, I'm gonna do good at school because I know without school I can't play
Yeah.
baseball. So that right there serves a purpose, right? Like there's a purpose for that. I think when we just leave these young people to their own demise with no direction, and then you have people telling them that that's okay. It's okay that you feel that way.
Yeah.
The truth is, it's not okay that you feel that way.
Not at all.
You're like, look, put your big boy pants on, and life is not going to
Let's
be
go.
good. Like life is not always going to be good to you. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you have to just
I find myself
choose,
in that
swallow,
conversation
and
quite a
repeat.
bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this
but
is
it
that
matters.
age. That's that 12-year-old age.
Yeah.
And I have to constantly remind her,
Yeah.
like you're killing me, kid. Like you're fucking killing me with this like dragging of the feet and not showing like motivate. You're not motivated. You were more motivated when you were 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You wanted to learn everything.
Sure.
I want to do it, Daddy. I want it. Let me do it. Now it's like, nope.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. I just want to. Want to stay.
Here's the iPad.
Well, I don't. No more iPad.
No iPad.
It's
No, I'm saying that's.
Well, yeah, I completely took her off, and she even said it to me. She's like, thank you so much for taking me off." She did say that. She's like, thank you, because I realized that I was so sucked in and so involved in what was happening on that iPad.
Step one of getting it back, though, right there. You just got manipulated a little.
Maybe.
She got you, bro. She
Maybe.
got you.
No, I've been there.
I'm over there thinking the ball's in my court.
2 weeks from now, she gets it back for 20 minutes a day.
Right.
She hasn't had it back.
Yeah.
She has. I haven't given her that tablet in about 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah.
And it's not that she's punished. It's just the tablet just all of a sudden stopped working. And I looked at her. I said, "Babe, you're not on the podcast anymore. I'm sorry, you're not on the tablet anymore. We're not gonna buy another one because you didn't take care of it. And because you didn't take care of it, it's not. So we're trying to punish you. It's just we're not gonna buy another one." And she was like, "Okay, fine, whatever." And then we started noticing a huge difference in her.
That's awesome.
The shift in her energy, how she was starting to like listen more. Before she was so distracted, so fucking distracted. Now, you talk to her, she's listening. "Hey, baby, go do this, go do that." Okay, fine. And she doesn't. Before, completely distracted.
Yeah,
She'd be completely sidetracked.
I'm not perfect in this realm because my kids have iPads, they have phones. I mean,
Yeah.
phones are restricted. I have control over the phones if I want.
Yeah.
I can,
Yeah.
you know.
But they get treated by adults too, man. Right? You can't-
Right. And then
Right.
we got video games in the house, we
Yeah.
got PlayStations, all this stuff, right? Switch, whatever. But there are times you got to do stuff. And predominantly the kids that are doing those things, they will help me with the dishes if I ask them. They will help me with the laundry. They'll help me whatever I want. Could I do a better job at that? Yeah, I could. I could do a better job.
Oh,
as a father.
100%.
I could totally, I could
do
reel it
better.
in a little bit and be like, "Now we're going to do something now. We're going to do something now."
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of time because we're still dodging the sports thing. It's
Sure,
tough with
sure.
as many kids as I got.
Absolutely, man.
That's why
It's a
I'm
lot.
kind of against the sports thing.
I bet you got an SUV, right? You have an SUV.
He's like, I hate sports.
You have a
Yeah,
limousine?
yeah.
Limousine? Drive around in a limo?
I tried buying a transit.
No,
They
you
canceled
need-
it on me during the
he
chip
needs
shortage.
he
thing.
needs the bus.
He needs a little bus.
He
You
needs
know
a
what I
bus,
mean?
cozy bus.
Joshua Hetzler, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thanks
I
for
really
having
appreciate it. Dude, if people want to get a hold of you, how do they do that? Let them know.
Yeah, you mean I'm found on
I mean, I'm going to
Facebook.
share all your stuff so
You
they
can
can go right
you
through
can go
me.
to joshhetzler.com. It'll go to my Facebook page. Or
That's
you can
perfect.
go to florianraps.com.
Nice,
It'll
there we
go
go.
to my rap stuff.
Excellent.
And you're on
Excellent.
all the platforms. You're on Facebook,
Everything.
Instagram.
YouTube.
There you go.
Yeah, I like the YouTube. I've been on the YouTube. That's
I
kind
like
of
that. That seems like the one that would ever, if anything ever gets monetized, it's probably going to be there,
No,
right?
you'd be surprised. I mean, platforms like Instagram, Shorts.
Yeah,
Shorts.
I do good on Instagram.
Huge. Yeah.
You know what it is? I don't have time for it. Like
Exactly.
right now,
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking work, bro.
So I've been in my new role for like 6 months,
Yeah.
and I've been.
There's
I
no
come.
time.
I,
There's no time.
There's no time.
There's no time.
I come home, I got to do stuff. So unfortunately, music's taking a backseat, but I'm still hitting the guitar a little bit and trying to make some stuff.
Stay active, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming in today,
Thanks
dude.
for
It's
having
such a
me.
pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
You're a class act, brother. Awesome
Absolutely.
energy. And we're going to do this again. This is like, we'll see you at Lit Summer. That's the first thing. But again, we'll have you come back in.
Maybe you
and-
can make a song for the Bobby Couto Show. Studio
we
B.
could do that.
Studio
Let's
B.
see. Yeah. Well, Studio B Sports Network. That's what I'm talking about.
Whatever you guys need.
I love it.
If you
I
ever
love
want me
it.
to come back and
Awesome.
whatever you want to do, you want to talk some more. I'll talk about all the stuff we talked about all day.
Excellent.
Oh, so
I love
you
it.
could be like a regular.
This
then.
was more like an introduction. I wanted just to get him in here and get him comfortable. Now he
Easy.
knows we're psychos, so he
Easy.
can
Yeah,
jump right in. He's
yeah,
psycho like us.
No,
I
it
love
feels like we're all
100%.
driving, man.
Absolutely.
This is
We're all on the
100%.
same page,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. David Sousa, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Jody
Absolutely.
Jo Productions, Jody Jo, thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. You doing videos?
Yeah. I've been doing videos lately. I just recently dropped. I didn't drop.
Dude,
but
the Bryce video, right?
Yeah, Bryce Berry just recently dropped the video I just did.
He's really good.
The other day.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
It's
doing.
Bryce and Silent Jake.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty good on the numbers, but yeah, we're not done working yet either. So yeah, there's that. LA's coming up, so that's a good thing. But yeah, Slit Summer. Don't forget about that. July 11th at Bernardo's Boxing Event Center, 403 Anawan Street. Am I right?
Yeah, you got it, brother.
All right, and yeah, that's all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, David Pereira, Troy City Mortgage. Make sure you go over see Dave, the official mortgage provider of the Bobby Couto Show, 508-207-5864. We appreciate you, Dave. And everyone, we really appreciate you being here today. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to the show. And remember, everybody, that personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. And remember that all roads lead here.